All right, can y'all hear me clearly, man? Can y'all hear me clearly, man? All right. Let me get this thing rocking and rolling, because this shit is getting on my nerves, man. How y'all feeling, man? All right, man. We about to get started in a minute, man. Pardon the technical difficulties, but we about to get busy.
Cause you got your Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow. These bitches mad cause you got that Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow. She spent 2 or 3 years living homeless. Check the check, house to house, stand with homies. 5 kids, baby daddy left her lonely. Blue card, food stamps, eat bologna. Her time to shine and to get back on her shit. She found out Section 8 had open list. Told her partner, get my shit, I'm out this bitch. She got a letter in the mail, that bitch was geek. Didn't take that long, only took about a week. Went to the briefing and it took about 2 hours. Gave you a list and pack and told you look for houses. Found a house, tenant portion, $40. Now bitch is mad cause you low income and poppin'. Now that you got the A, you a trending topic. You got a job, that's what's up, you on your shit. Now Section 8 about to go increase your rent. But you still ain't got paid much as that little bitch. You got the A, you know what's up, oh bitch, you lit. But you still ain't got paid much as that little bitch. You got the A, you know what's up, oh bitch, you lit. These bitches mad cause you got your Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow. These bitches mad cause you got that Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow.
All right. God, dog, every time I want to cook the tether, it's like the spirit of the tethers want to sabotage the show. It's like the spirit of the tether, man. God, dog. You know, I just want to cook some tethers in the crock pot. I ain't hurt nobody. Let me shout out some of the contributors of this ministry. You know what I'm saying? The International Quiet Storm with the $5 holla Jap, cooking these hoes on Facebook. You know that's what I do. See that nasty chick? I wish I could show it on YouTube, man, but, you know, YouTube be like on some real highly sensitive BS. So, you know, you got to go over to my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter to see that video, man. These chicks is nasty with their sons. Oh, my God. Just doing the most, man. Just doing the most, man. Pray for these kids. Pray for the kids, man. Pray for the kids, man. Real talk, man. These kids, boy, are doomed. Pray for the kids, man. These kids are doomed, man. Hold on one second. Hold on, man. This thing is pissing me off. I'm going to just delete everything off this computer and start clean over. That's what I'm going to do today. That's what I'm going to do today. That's what I'm going to do today. Wipe this whole computer. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Quiet Storm. Shout out to Quiet Storm. Hold on a second. That's what I'm going to do today. Wipe this whole computer. Start this thing clean over. Yeah. From the tippy top. Stupid updates. Yes. Shit was running right. They started doing all these damn updates. You know? Hold on. Man. Yeah, I got a Coke today, man. Who else we got? We got T Griff. Say I will vote. We got Gold 7. Say man was Haitians. Man was hating. Waiting for the plate. Gold P. Shout out Gold P. Well, I was happening. Okay, that's what you meant to say. Happening. Okay. Let's see what's happening, man. Yeah, man, they ain't had no Pepsi, man. They ain't had no Pepsi. Call myself ordering some jerk food today, some tether food. Shout out to the jerk. And they did your boy dirty with these nasty ass Coca-Cola. God, it's disgusting. But it'll do. If you're a real Pepsi drinker, you're gonna know the difference. Like, this is Coke. What is this shit? It is Coke. Tastes like licorice liquid. What is this? Can't get jiggy with this, you know. But we got to talk about the what's going on with these Somalians. Oh my God, man! I'm glad to see they getting that work. Because again, like each one of these groups that we talk about, whether it be the Nigerians, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, they all have their own little private sector of TikTok and Twitter, and they go completely in, not on white people, not on each other, not on Mexicans, but yo black ass. That is what they do, you know. And with a nigga like me, you pick the right one, baby, because I'm going to cook. Getting long, heartfelt, passionate emails from lame-ass tellers and crying, you're being divisive, you need to use your platform, you need to shut the fuck up. The hell out of here, man. We cook, everybody. Niggas don't be getting mad when I go in on the single moms or the Karens. No, you want to send me an email because your goddamn ashy foot feelings got hurt. And the tellers act like we started the delineation, the divisiveness. No. You the ones that run around here say you're not black. We just said, okay. I guess you were expecting us to be like, no, you really are. We're all together. No, fuck that. Now y'all getting sent back home and you want us to jump on the front line and be y'all crash outs. No, sir. No, sir. It's not happening. You know, and everywhere these immigrants go, you know what I'm saying, destruction follows. So no, yes, we have immigrant fatigue. I will say this, I am mad about Trump screwing up with the Jews or whatever like that. We can't win them all. Paying for all these foreign wars and all that. We can't win them all. But what I will give him props on is how he's handling these immigrants. And this is not nothing new. We've been going hardcore on immigrants for a while. You remember the show about immigrant arrogance? How once they become American, they're worse than the white man that niggas tend to complain about. They are worse, far worse. And the reason why they are worse is because they got the skin to blend in. And we've been letting them blend in. Now that we have identified you, whether it be your lining, your accent, or that raggedy ass flag that you wave, we are no longer letting you blend in with us. We will no longer be fighting your battles. Your pain is not our pain. You're going to deal with your problems alone. You know, since you love your country so much, you love your homeland so much, it's so great. Why did you try to escape? If your homeland is so great, why are you crying that you have to go back? It should be paradise. You know, so much culture. You know, we have so much culture.
Feed hungry children wind up in.
God, dog. Let's get this thing in perspective here. You know, you have so much culture. You're such hard workers. You're so high IQ'd. Yet when it's time to go home, you're crying. What's so bad about back home? What's so bad about going home? Because you definitely don't respect here. You don't respect the privilege of even being here. What's so bad about going home? Why are you crying? Why can't you take those same efforts that you have here, sort of say, and apply that to your raggedy homeland? You won't do it. You don't have the heart to do it. See, this is what I call immigrant arrogance. They come over here and now they feel like they are white people. And the fact is that a lot of these immigrants tend to check white on job applications and driver's licenses and things like that. Dude named be Mahmoud Ali. And his driver's license says white. Just like we just had an Afghani come into this country wasn't properly vetted by Joe Biden, not vetted at all, allowed to come into this country, and upon coming into this country, has a hatred for this country. And then takes that out violently on innocent National Guard troops. They're going to find some way to blame Trump for that. No, Biden brought them in here. When he exited Afghanistan, why are we bringing people into this country we don't love? Me personally, I am really, really at the point where I want to see immigration cut off completely for 20 years to see if these people can hack it. There are other countries in the world you can go destroy. Go to Canada. They love to have this diversity in BS. They love the protests. They love the marches. They love the desecration of their flags. They hold up every flag except for Canada. Go to Canada. Go to the UK. There is plenty of places in the world that will have you. Stop coming here. Stop coming here. That's the president I'm looking for. The president that's just going to be completely hardcore and put the foot down and say, you know what? We're not getting the best of the best people. Frankly, most of these people are useless. America doesn't need them. They need America. We'll gladly take your application and we'll consider it. But until then, unless you're absolutely brilliant, there's no reason for you to be here. Everybody's got a sad story. And America has been way too compassionate for people who hate them. All of these countries absolutely hate us. They get here and they protest this country. You come here on a student visa and then you're marching protest against the country that you're in. What gives you the right? You know what you're supposed to be doing? Being in your dorm, being in the library studying, thanking God that you're not back home, ducking bombs or violent militant groups with machetes. They always talk that, they send money back home. They're sending money back home so these people can get something to eat. It's not like they're sending money back home and they're building something or they're funding some type of terrorist organization. We are killing ourselves by bringing in immigrants. I am not a fan of any of them. I want to see them all deported. Because I know the treatment that they have and the resentment that they have towards my people, in particular, the free-thinking, straight black man, FBA in America. We are public enemy number one when they come over here. They're already strategizing on how they are going to take advantage and misuse our community before they even get here. How they're going to exploit black people is a strategy that they mapped out before they even got off the plane, before they even got to the border. They know about us and they know what the mission is. Suck the money and resources out of black folks, give them nothing, treat them like less than nothing, and become the priority minority. And if you got the skin to blend in, just pretend. Pretend to be black. But when it's all said and done, make sure you have an agenda to stick with your own. That is a tether. That is a tether. That is a tether. And again, it's not about hating any race of people. I deal with people on a case-by-case situation. But as a collective, I know for a fact there is no love as a collective coming from these people, even with dating interracially. Yes, you can date a white woman. You can have a great relationship with that white woman. Y'all could be good, but it's the family. It's the family. Are they all on board? You know? Is it the friends, everybody else, their community, is the community on board? The same with dating a Mexican or dating a African. Yeah, you know, I went to school, I grew up with this African person. We known each other since we was kids. This is it. Yeah, y'all cool. But as a collective, is the community that's behind them going to undermine you? That's something to think about. So when we speak about this, it's not about them going at them as a whole or hating them as a whole. No, you know, you could have people that's cool. There's some cool people that's Nigerian I deal with. There's some cool Jamaicans. But as a collective, I know what the older generation think. You know, and I know how when they get amongst their community, you know, how they click up. And it's always against your black ass. See, what they want us to do is not stick together because they've never seen it before. We were always seen to be the people that always have to stay divided. They could depend on us going at each other. Now the fact that we have, as a collective, decided, okay, this is our heritage. We are foundational Black Americans. They don't like that. Not one single group likes that. They'd rather we say we Black or African American and stay running around here lost like a chicken with their head cut off. But once we unified under just that verbiage alone and identified with solely being American Blacks, the original Blacks of America, that bothers them. Because their strategy was to come here, latch on to what we had built, and then take resources and information back to their people and tribe up. In Minnesota, I know people in Minnesota, they are being terrorized by Somalis. They are being terrorized by the Somalian community. You know, they have gangs. They are doing a whole lot of scams. They're doing a lot of inbreeding. They're doing a lot of marital fraud. They're doing anything illegal to get over in this country. Because to any immigrant coming over here, America is sweet. They much rather go to prison in America than to go to prison where they come from. They're not getting 3 square meals a day in the prisons that they come from. You want to see a crazy prison? Look up the prisons in Haiti. Our prison system makes the prisons in Haiti look like a luxury hotel room. It looks like a luxury hotel room compared to where they living in Haiti. Brazil, Nigeria, Somalia, you know, Mexico, you know. What else in Africa, man? It's just messed up. What else is really messed up in Africa? Oh, Thailand prisons are bogus. Yeah, I've seen that. Sometimes I catch myself watching a lot of these documentaries on the prisons out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. What other African countries is just messed up? Totally messed up. Oh yeah, locked abroad. Like I would never want to like India. Oh my God, they are disgusting. Sierra Leone. Oh my God. Did I show that video of that lady had to go back to Sierra Leone? I think we did. She was an immigrant for years, was a nurse and all that stuff, and never got her paperwork done. What an idiot. And they sent her back to Sierra Leone. Her son had to take over everything, her house and all that. You know? Yeah, man. What's that other country that got that war over there? They got the big foreheads too. They look like Ethiopians. I forgot that country. God, dog, what is that country called? Shout out to my man Rob. Oh, Liberia. Oh, God. The warlords of Liberia. Yeah, Sudan. Woo. You know, I just don't get why these people have so much pride in these shitty places. These places are pure hell on earth. You know, but again, they don't do anything to assimilate. They just come over here and bring those same dirty, dusty customs over here. You know, and then the more educated they get, the more that they try to be white to, you know, have one up on black folks. And again, the problem was that they had the skin to blend in and to pretend. Just like how the Jews do with pretending to be Caucasians. And in public, yeah, I'm white. When they go home, they're white, we're Jewish. That's how they do. That's how the Nigerians do us. That's how the Jamaicans do us. That's how all them exotic niggas do us. That's how the Sudanese do us. That's how the Congolese do us. The people from Ghana. That's how they do us. That's what all of them do. Motherfuckers from the Bahamas, the Trinidadians, all of them. They all do that. They make sure to let you know that I'm not just a nigga. I'm an exotic nigga. I'm a little bit different. Okay. See, I speak a whole different language. I'm not like them niggas on the corner. But yet they want to be with the niggas on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Then they want to start saying, oh, when the police mess with us, all they see is two black people. Until you start delineating. That's another thing. They don't ever talk about that. You'll see big time delineation when it's a bunch of black people getting harassed and they're like, I'm not black. Here come the Dominican. I know black. Start wanting to speak Spanish. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. They utilize that to get out of a lot of that. A lot of the black stigmas or the black stereotypes. But they still want to participate in our culture, whether it be the good parts of our culture or the ratchetness of our culture. They're intrigued by it. They want to be down so bad. I saw a group of Nigerians walking around a village with throwback jerseys and fitted hats, trying to walk around looking like the ashy foot version of Dipset. Yeah, scam Ron. And it's like if you're a criminal in your homeland, what can we expect you to do when you get here but be a criminal? And the way we treat criminals here, it's like a slap on the wrist. That's why they have no They don't think twice when it comes to doing crime in America. They think twice in their homeland because the punishments are severe. Our punishments are not severe. That's why they're so quick to get into crime. And my whole thing is, if you don't even know the law, how can you obey it? They don't even know a person who sneaks into a country illegally obviously doesn't know the law, and you can't expect them to obey it. That's when we're being dumb. We think American law is universal to the planet, and it's simply not. Compared to what the rest of the world, we're pretty civilized. When you look at how many of these cases we're seeing of these foreigners snatching up, 9-year-old, 12-year-old girls, that's a normalcy from where they're from. When they do it and they get caught, they're like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? And I'm preparing a whole show on India, and this is going to be rough. It's going to be rough for what I have for India. Then when you look at the customs of the Somalis, they are willing to marry their own cousins. There's a serious amount of inbreeding amongst the Arab community. Why bring that over here? They marrying second cousins, and why bring that over here? What good does that do? Chief Rocker, you're gonna love my Indian show. Y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that share button, hit that super chat, turn this chat up. We got almost 400 people in the room. Another thing that I would dream of them doing, and a lot of people try to attribute a lot of that too to Islam. A lot of that is Arab culture. See, there's a difference between being Arab and following the book. It's a difference. But that's Arabs. They're Arab. That's Arab culture. They still eat with their fingers. They don't wear socks. That's their culture. So you see the child marriages and all that. That's the part of their culture. That don't work here. You're a pervert.
Pervert. All a pervert.
Some of that stuff is just Arab culture. That's how they get down in the Middle East. And you got people like Ilhan Omar who's marrying her own damn brother. Relax, Steve. I got him. I'm just gathering more and more. Because when you throw the accent on top of what I'm going to do to the Indians, it's just going to be hilarious. This nigga say Ilhan is a tether baddie. You know what would shock me? If under all of that BS that Ilhan Omar is wearing, if Ilhan Omar got an ass, that'll... If Ilhan Omar got a fatty and a small waist, that's going to fuck my head up. I'm not going to lie to you. That's going to complicate things. That is going to complicate things. I'm like, damn. We about to deport her, man, but she got this ass though, man. Now, if she got her ass like Kamala, she can go. If Ilhan Omar ass look like Kamala got a big, long back with a crack in it. But if under all that clothing, Ilhan Omar is working with a Ashanti ass, or working with a Maya type of ass, if she working with a Tracy Ellis Ross, that's gonna mess the brothers up. I'm sorry, we ain't ready. But if she got that high, long Gumby back, her butt shaped like a pilgrim, yeah, she's gone. Put her on the plane today. She gotta go. She gotta go. She gotta go. That's the only way we're gonna let Ilhan Omar stay. She gotta put the mic down, show that ass off. But other than that, she's completely useless. Other than that, she's completely useless. If she ain't working with no ass, she can go. She can go on here and go home, man. Go on, pack your bags. Time to go. Time to go. You know what I'm saying? If that ass looks anything like Kamala's, we got to get you out of here. We got to get you out of here, man. But I would like to see, this is my dream. I have a dream. I want them to completely do away. Completely do away. And sign it into law to do away with sanctuary cities. Make that illegal. Make that a federal law that it is illegal to harbor illegal immigrants, no matter what the circumstances are. If you're harboring and aiding illegal immigrants, you are committing a federal crime. All parties involved will face the consequences. If that was signed into law, we wouldn't have any problems. You'll see Mayor Brandon Johnson going out looking for immigrants to go turn in. You'll see Pritzker handing them over. If that was to ever go into law, there'd be nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. And I really, if more and more of these tragedies keep happening with illegal immigrants coming over here doing terrorism and scamming and defrauding the government, it only makes sense to say it cannot be a sanctuary city, period. The only sanctuary city they can have is Anchorage. You want a sanctuary state? Make it Alaska. You want to be American that bad? Sneak into Alaska. I dare you. If Alaska was the only place that would take you bastards, and you can't leave, because the moment you step foot into any other state where the sun shines, you're cooked. You know? Shout out to Alligator Alcatraz. I gotta do a video on that, man. I like how Trump's coming with this, man. Alligator Alcatraz. A deport center surrounded by gators. I dare you to try to escape. He trying to come up with another one that's like Rikers Island surrounded by sharks. Bravo! See, all we need is another person like Trump that's willing to go crazy, go hard, and pause no rainbow, and not bow down to the Jews. We gonna be all right. That is his only flaw, the Jews. But other than that, Israel and all that, man, once we could denounce them, we good. We are Gucci. We are cool in the game. You know? But imagine they had a place like Rikers Island surrounded by sharks. You know? A place like, what's that other, Angola. Surrounded by grizzly bears and wolves. Surrounded by grizzly bears and wolves. You know? But any place is better than that, right? Go back home. Like I keep telling people, why aren't they taking the $1,000? The tricks always say you pay a hoe to leave. We paying these whole ass motherfuckers to leave. And they still don't want the money. They still don't want to leave. Take the $1,000, go back home, get a plane ticket, go to Canada and never leave. You know? Take Epstein Island and turn it into a prison. You know? Take Epstein Island and turn it up. Say Jap day less. Google is at your fingertips. Pull up 8 USC section 13221323. Come on, man. Okay. We got it. Whatever that means. Shout out to Chief Rocker for the 20. Appreciate it. Crypto Caesar with the 5 say, I think Trump is trying to clean up America to set FBAs up for payment. Right now, we don't really know who's who. We know who's who. Every time they say, I know black. You are cotters. You niggas. Okay. We just opened our eyes and realized that this love of yours is fake. You know? And then you seeing how our country is now assimilating to their cultures and not our own. We already started with the whole Latino thing. And now everybody has to, in order for you to get a job, you have to be bilingual and speak Spanish. That's supposed to be a plus, not a mandatory. Then you got places like Dearborn, Michigan, where they're turning it into a little bitty Saudi Arabia. You know? I'm a Muslim and I still don't agree with that. You know? Your religion is your religion. That's your business. But to try to change everybody's culture to be looking like Arabs, even the minister Louis Farrakhan always told us, like, man, we're not Arabs. We don't walk around try to look like we're Arab and try to talk with an Arabic dialect. No, we black men. First. So meant to say less. Okay. Those are federal immigration statutes. Appreciate you, Chief Rocker. Who else we got? Rikers Island surrounded by sharks is almost bad as getting chased by a nigga with titties at full speed. What's wrong with you, Mr. Chase? That is scary, man. You know, and I really haven't seen any bad bitches that's Somalian like that. I really haven't seen any bad bitches that's Somalian like that. Why they foreheads just be bitches shaped like light bulbs in the forehead and shit? And then they got them possum teeth. Right? Like they all got like, you know, what's with the overbite, man? No, we are stupid for letting these pirates over here. We let these pirates come over here. Like, you're a damn pirate back home. Jump on ships and steal shit. What are we doing? You're a pirate. I'm just done. I have immigrant fatigue, man. You know, shout out to the Jamaicans today. They did their thing on that jerk chicken. I should have got the corn. The macaroni was awful. He said East African girls are bad. You tripping. Leave Chicago. You think I don't want to get the hell out of Chicago? You know, but you know, we had a couple of them here and there. I see a couple of the Eritreans and the Ethiopians. I'm just saying these Somalis that we're looking at in Minnesota. And I ain't seen no bad bitches down there. That's what I'm talking about. They're here now. And they look like shit. US state dollars equals $18,306.20 Mexican peso. All right, good information. That's why niggas getting their balls licked for $40, huh? It's like, man, I don't understand why we let Indians in. I don't understand. I mean, fam, every time I answer my phone, it's always some Indian scam call center. I mean, like, dude, we got to do something about that too. The Nigerians, between credit card fraud and selling fake designer clothes and just overall stealing, you know, Africa get a bad rap. They just the thieves, man. Scams, thieves. I'm hearing Houston has a big presence of Nigerian scammers and thieves. Your girl Kendra G got swept off her feet by a Nigerian scammer. Didn't even know his real name. He pulling up, scamming Rolls Royces and all types of shit. She just, I'm an African queen now. She's walking around with dashikis on, looking like an idiot. You know, looking like an idiot. You know, he just scammed her out of her money. You know, just an idiot. But that's what they do. I'm like, when the people have a reputation, man, that don't mean people lying, and that don't mean people are making up propaganda. No, this is your reputation. This is what you're known for. I mean, what are you doing to change it? Not a damn thing. You come over here, get even worse. You do it on a higher level. Nobody can scam like an African. Yeah, a hush puppy. Wasn't a hush puppy from Libya or Liberia, one of them? He was scamming almost $1 billion from companies. all on Instagram flexing. You know, that's what they do, man. And then be waving the flag of this ashy ass country. That's what makes my blood boil. Okay, America was dumb enough to let you in here, and you ain't showing no appreciation. You still want to wave the flag of Nigeria? Okay, then when we send you back, you go back crying? You know? Say Houston smells like okra soup. I just been hearing about a lot of Houston. Houston has a big African presence down there, from restaurants and everything. And it's like a lot of stuff be a front for the scams that they're doing. Doing a lot of scams down there. A lot of scams. Y'all be on the lookout, man. Watch the news, man. Watch the news. But Trump is aggressively getting rid of these Somalians, man. I'm loving it. God, I'm loving it. Y'all don't understand. I love watching the arrogant immigrant get detained and cry about going home. It is the most refreshing thing. It is so entertaining to watch. I love watching them run. I love watching them get tased. I love them getting dragged out of the courtroom crying. I love them trying to tell us their sad story because I know they're full of shit. I love seeing them go back. I love it. This is what I voted for. This is what I voted for. You know, this is what I voted for. Shout out to my Rumble family over there. Don't think I don't see y'all over there on Rumble, man. Y'all hit that like, y'all hit that share. Y'all hit that super chat. You know my birthday coming up. Y'all better stop playing with me. Atlanta's got a big presence of African scammers. You know, they clicking up with the strippers and everybody going to jail. A lot of them, when they know the heat is on, they go run back home or go run to the UK. Fist of Flames. The U.S. is paying for Indians' rooms and board, cars, allowance, and they get to go to top-tier colleges to learn engineering and tech. They want them here. Man, and I'm going to be honest, they are just a really unsanitary culture. That's one group that, between them and the Africans, I don't want. Have you ever rode in an Indian or African Uber? God, the smell.
Pervert.
I remember working in the mall in my teens, man. And it was this chick. She had a bubble. This is when I was young. I didn't know nothing about nothing. This chick had a bubble. She worked at the jewelry stand. And she was wearing like a head wrap. So I didn't know the difference between a Muslim and an Indian, or Arab and an Indian at the time. She had all this, what they call hinta, all these damn, like the tattoo or whatever like that. So I would always go over there first, but I was like, what the fuck is that smell? And then she actually came out of the booth and the smell followed one time when I caught her in the food court. I'm like, this bitch stinks. She was fine with a bubble, but I was like, no way. I'm talking about the stench was like, ugh.
Pervert.
It was a very strong, musty smell. You know, like strong smells, like if you have this, like if you open up a bottle of ammonia, or, you know, like a bleach, or even pine salt. And Pine Sol smells good, but it's so heavy of a smell you could barely breathe. That's the smell of funk this broad had. Every time I walk past a little kiosk, she be waving, "Hey, Jap." I'm like, keep it walking. I'm like, girl, your ass stank. God, that girl stank, but I would be lying to you. The girl was fine and she was shaped like a sister. She had some big old hips, a big old butt, flat stomach. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Man, I'd be the laughing stock. First of all, imagine being in a car with that broad. And knowing what I know now about their culture, I know she ain't shaved. Then I asked a friend, I'm like, man, what is going on with these Indians? Why they stay so bad? He was like, they don't believe in taking showers no more than like once a week or something like, you know, he's like, yeah, they worship cows, but it was like, yeah, they don't shower. They feel as though that you're washing the blessings off and the scent is the blessing. I'm like, what are they trying to bless? That is a repellent. You know? I mean, they smell so bad, man. Between them and the African Uber drivers, it could be 30 below outside. You're not going to leave your window up. You're going to ride around with your window down like, for breathing's sake. Say, my man Max say, we got a spot out here near the airport called the Mall of Africa. I bet it's like a scary movie for your nose. You know, like, man, you know, it's just nothing good comes from this. They don't want to be American. They don't want to assimilate. They want to bring their culture here and create their own little culture. Like, I ain't even fond of Chinatown. Take y'all ass back to China with that shit. One thing I will say about the Chinese, though, they don't come bothering nobody. They don't come bothering them. They keep pretty quiet. You know, the Asians, they keep pretty quiet. You know, the only time we really encounter them is when they come to our neighborhood setting up shop, whether it be the beauty supply stores or the Chinese restaurants. You know what I'm saying? They're not really interacting with niggas. You know, you're not going to see them in our clubs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't trying to hang with us or nothing like that. You know, they get right back home. You know, they're very sneaky. You know what I'm saying? When they come in the black community, they get in and get out. My man Stab Music with the fire say, I remember being in an Uber with an Indian Uber driver. The smell filled up the whole car like a gas chamber. Goddamn, he went straight Holocaust on you. He said, I damn near threw up. Man, I didn't have to step out of the car, man, because I didn't want to smell like that. You got cloth seats, buddy. I'd be like, yeah, you got to see the East Africans. Man, I ain't seen no sexy African. I'm talking about, I ain't seen no sexy African chick that just got a sexy swag to it. They swag, it just don't add up to me. You know, they just not sexy. They just not fly. You know, you might find a couple of them that look good, but they just ain't fly like that, man. Good, man. Like, you know, I'm good. Just good. Good, man. Some coaches just don't mix. You know, some coaches just don't mix. You know, we go keep the big booty Latina. Hallelujah. Keep the big booty Latinas. Y'all can stay. But your husband, Alejandro and Hector, they gotta go. Get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? But we keeping the big booty Latinas. You know? Some of these black single mothers we need to deport. Get them out of here too. Send them back to Africa. You know, since you wanna have a whole village out your coochie, go ahead. We gonna send you right where you're gonna be welcome at. You wanna walk around with ashy feet and flip-flops around Walmart with a village full of kids? We got a perfect country for you, Africa. You broads big as a grizzly bear. Y'all can go out there and fight and hunt. Don't let me start designing a country. Boy, there'll be some real good looking broads in this country. Some good looking broads in this country, man. You know what I'm saying? Good looking broads in this country, man. I'll make single motherhood a felony. I'll make weave a felony. I'll make weave a felony to where weave will be looked at like having a fake ID. I'm seeing. You got on a wig, we're gonna treat you like you got on a fake ID. Whoa! The wig come off, whoa, whole different person. What do we have here? Impersonating a woman, impersonating a bad bitch. Deporting all the fat bitches, they gotta go. My man Kenyatta ain't gonna like that. You gonna live? Kenyatta be right on the ship with him. Kenyatta be on a cruise ship with all the fat hoes and shit like that. To the promised land we go. On the real, man, I'll turn things around, man. If your coochie stank, you get life. Giving hoes 25 to life because they coochie stank. Like, that is just wrong, Jap. Yes. We're going to rid the world. There are other places you can take that stank ass of yours and go. Care if you got ass, those stinks. You know? We all beautiful chicks over here, man. And you have to shut up. No chicks to be in politics. You know? Be a beautiful world, man. Be a beautiful world, man. You want to bring that third world BS over here, man. You know how many single mothers is at the border when Biden was here? Every time I looked at all that invasion, I seen man bad bitch. Out of all this border crisis crap, I've seen only seen one bad illegal immigrant chick. I remember I was telling y'all about it. I was at the grocery store. I'm walking around Jules and with my cart or whatever like that. This mug in a black one piece, and you could see like the little drawers or whatever. Look like some cheap drawers. Probably cheap. It was a cheap little suit because you could see through it. You had on white drawers and a black suit. You know, definitely not American. You know, but she was bad. Long hair, and she had a baby. Walking around with Google Translate. And everybody, all the brothers is looking about to crash their cart looking at this broad. She had a banging body. That's the only time I see that. And you would think, this is why I kept trying to tell the trick community, man, and the passport bros. That's why I was like, dude, these chicks don't like y'all. Even when the border was wide open, they still wasn't sneaking over here to get with y'all. How much EBT did she have? She probably had about $5,000. That was right at the height of when they were handing out money to the immigrants. But yeah, I mean, well, all these Brazilian and Dominican from Sasua and all these chicks and all Colombian, why wasn't they beating down the border to get over here? We got fat ass Esmeralda, 2 kids with a refrigerator back with little titties in the front and bigger titties in the back. You think I don't want to see them get deported? You don't take this canister and roll it back to Mexico? The women at the border were awful looking. You know? So that just goes to show the trick community, man. Even when the border was wide open and they could have snuck in here, a lot of y'all tricks could be housing them right now. I know you would do it. Shit, you flew 18 hours to go see her. Of course you're gonna house the hoe. They still didn't sneak over here for niggas. I am waiting for the passport community to explain to me why the chicks didn't run over here with the fat single mother chicks. They should have been knocking them out the way. I'm trying to get some understanding. They love the brothers. Yeah. You're telling me the border is wide open. All you got to do is walk right on across. And they still didn't want to do it. That's because y'all niggas go over there and y'all be musty in real life. That's because y'all be musty in real life. That's what that is. That's what that is. Y'all be musty in real life. That's one thing I am so baffled by. Where were all of these fine bras y'all see? Why the border looked so terrible with women? All the women were awful. Oh my God, it was so awful. Send me a video of some fine chicks that snuck in. Even the ones that said, oh, they're locked in the house for sex trafficking. I'm like, who wants some sex from them? Sex trafficking? That's gonna sell? She's selling it? Who's buying it? Them hoes were so wet, crackheads turning down the cookie. All men and pregnant fours was at this border. This is all atrocious. Notice how even when it's time to deport chicks, when we see the chicks getting deported, are they gorgeous? Are they drop dead fat? Do they got booties? No, they're awful. Thank you, go. I'm still waiting to see these fine Somalians. They look a mess. They ain't go too. I say, man, we keeping the big booty Latinas, man. If there are any. Rest of y'all can go, man. Rest of y'all can go, man. You know, I'm not interested in eating African food. You know, between Indian food and African food, it looks like, you know, organized diarrhea in different colors. not interested in green diarrhea and dough. Sorry. I'm sorry, man. Like, for real. None of that food looks appealing, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't leave the head on our food with the eyeballs. Food just sitting there dead on your plate looking at you like, you eat me, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you up when I'm in afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Y'all food still got the teeth on it. The hell wrong with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? You make the food with your hands, you eat it with your hands, it ain't washed your damn hands. I be wondering how a lot of these Indian and African places be passing health inspections. Shit. How do they even pass the health inspections, man? It's crazy, man. I have immigrant fatigue. He's like, oh, we got black fatigue. Oh, we got this fatigue. I got nigger fatigue. Oh, okay, I got immigrant fatigue. I want to see all y'all go back. I want to see you harmed. I'm not trying to say you need to be terminated or anything like that. I don't want to see any harm done to you. I just want to see you go back home. Take your fuck ass home. That's all. I ain't tripping. I just want you to get the hell out of here. Oh, they don't mean us no harm. They don't mean us no good. Y'all Chief Rocker, man. They don't mean us no good. You know? Yeah, man. And people like Biden, man, started this bull, man. You know what I really do wish, so people could really get an understanding? Trump hasn't even put a real serious dent in the deportation game. If you want to be honest about it, he's just getting started. He's just started to crank that soldier boy. The only difference with Trump and other presidents is he's transparent with this, and they're getting to show you this in real time with the cameras rolling. I really wish we could have seen the cameras rolling in a real form and fashion when Obama was sending their ass home. We didn't get to see that. That's why Obama looks like the golden child. He looks like Jesus to you Negro. Because we didn't get to see how gruesome his deportation game was. They did a very good job of marketing that man to be a savior, if you will. And they're demonizing Trump for doing a fraction of what Obama was doing. You know? For the person who's got the most deportations, there was no protest against ICE under Obama. All of the deportation protests are under Trump's administration. And thank God Kamala's not in there. The border would still be open, and we probably have 40 million plus illegals over here right now. But the Democrats are such liars, and they're so full of it. You know, back in the days, Biden was singing a little bit of a different tune when it came to these illegals.
Would you allow these cities to ignore the federal law regarding the reporting of illegal immigrants and, in fact, provide sanctuary to these immigrants?
Hold on. Let me reset this real quick. Hold on one second. Because this shit is getting out of hand. It's getting hectic. Hold on, y'all. Okay, hold on. Can y'all hear me good? Okay, let me pull that clip back up, man. Let's get to this Biden shit. We go again. We're dealing with immigrant fatigue. Dealing with the immigrant fatigue. Immigrant fatigue, man. Okay. Let's see what Biden had to say.
Allow these cities to ignore the federal law regarding the reporting of illegal immigrants and, in fact, provide sanctuary to these immigrants.
The reason the cities ignore the federal law is the fact that there is no funding at the federal level to provide for the kind of enforcement at the federal level you need. Pick up the New York Times today. There's a city not far across the river from my state that imposed similar sanctions. And what they found out is, as a consequence of that, their city went in the dumps, in the dumpster. Stores started closing. Everything started to happen. And they changed the policy. Part of the problem is you have to have a federal government that can enforce laws. This administration has been fundamentally derelict in not funding any of.
Oh, so you wanted to enforce law when it was time to try to get elected. When you got in there, you didn't enforce the law. Now you blame the fact that the laws wasn't being enforced to why these cities are run down. Duh. And you were the problem. Biden is the sure example of why a lot of people hate politics. This is the same person that was against gay marriage. Got in office, gay is everything. Same thing with Obama. Obama was against gay marriage. You know what I'm saying? Singing the same tune. That's what he did.
The requirements that are needed even to enforce the existing law.
So, Senator Biden, yes or no, would you allow the cities to ignore the federal law?
No.
Okay.
So what are you saying that? If the federal laws say that we're deporting illegal immigrants, you wouldn't let sanctuary cities get away with what they're getting away with. But when you don't like Trump that bad, you'll let the world be destroyed to prove a point of how much you hate Trump. That's all this is. That's all this is. And again, I don't agree with everything Trump does, especially with the Jews in Israel. I absolutely hate his stance on that. I'm never going to agree with it. But when it comes to these immigrants, rubbing my hands like Birdman, get them out of here. This is the reason why a lot of people have immigrant fatigue and we don't have compassion for their whatever they're fighting for. We honestly don't even get why you're even fighting. You're lucky to be in America. And then when you get here, you start screaming and chanting death to America.
Not a great look. The mayor condemned it. The White House condemned it. But what about Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib? She reps Dearborn. Is she okay with her constituents chanting death to America?
Now, see, this is another problem. We can't let immigrants get in our politics. I'm sorry. We don't need. I just want you to really think about this. Because he's like, oh no, what's the big deal? Everybody's American. They're not all American. Imagine if we had a Mexican president. I want you to think about that. Where would that Mexican's allegiance be, being that they're Mexican and Mexico is our immediate enemy? They're doing terroristic acts to America and Americans. What would be their stance? Do they have the heart to go to war with Mexico? No. Imagine us having a Chinese president. would this Chinese person be doing the bidding of America or for China? Smiling in America's face, but doing China's bidding. This is the problem with having foreigners in our politics. Now, on a smaller level, you have Rashida Tlaib from Michigan. You see what's happening with Michigan? Now, you couldn't say anything of harm, anything of even criticism about Israel or the Jews, but these people can scream death to America, and the whole time crying if we send them back to where they came. Then it's racism. No. It's called intelligence. They have got to go, every last one of them. This is the problem with having them in our politics, because we don't know where their loyalty actually lies. They are not loyal to this soil.
Fox Business correspondent Hillary Vaughn asked her. Watch.
Congresswoman Tlaib.
Fox News. I don't talk to Fox News.
At a rally in your district, people...
See, this is how you know you're full of it. When you're confronted with the truth gets you angry, the truth have you lashing out, you will do everything in the world to avoid this truth that's coming to you, because you can't defend it.
People were chanting death to America. Do you condemn...
I do not talk to Fox News.
But do you condemn chants of death to America?
I don't talk to people that use racist tropes.
Racist tropes. But your Arabic people are in our country screaming death to us. With immunity at that. Oh, it's free speech then. But is it free speech when we speak about Israel and the Jews? Is it free speech when we talk about the rainbow community? No, it's called hate speech then. But you are openly able to burn the American flag, openly able to say anything of disparage to America and not even be from this soil. Somebody who fled their own country to be here. And this is how we get rewarded. This is why we have immigrant fatigue. This is why black folks are not rocking with y'all. This is why Americans, period, are not rocking with y'all. This is why we don't need them in politics, dictating the policies of our country when you have no real allegiance to this country. You're doing an incognito mission for the bidding of where you came from, to benefit where you came from. So this is a takeover from within. We are letting these people get too comfortable. They have got to be treated like second-class citizens for our own safety. Now they're the primary minority, and they have completely hijacked the civil rights movement, whether it be immigrants, gays, or women's rights. They just took the civil rights movement and just hijacked that and kicked us out of it. Now their pain is more important than ours. If anybody have a gripe with America, it should be the foundation of Black Americans. The rest of y'all came here searching for a better life, got that better life, and this is how you act once you get that better life. You're a traitor. And we have got to stand on it. These people are not Americans. You can't go to China and, okay, like let's say if China allows you to be a citizen of China, you think you're going to be able to get into their politics with your black ass? You know? You think they're going to let you go to Nigeria and be the president as a white man? Well, they might let you be a white because they're weak, but they won't let your black ass do it. You're not going to be a mayor. You're not going to be any of that. Going to Africa. You're going to be a second-class citizen. Yes, you should be. I don't believe that they should be able to own property here. I don't think any immigrant group should be able to own property here or vote ever. I don't think they just have those type of rights. Take about 5 to 6 generations before they start getting those type of rights. Because they're not Americans. I don't think they should be able to open up businesses here. That should be a right reserved for an American citizen. Not an illegal, not a person with a visitor's pass. No. No foreign nation should have ownership here.
Why can't you just say whether or not you condemn?
No foreign nation should have say-so here. Why are we giving foreigners a say-so on how we govern this country that they are not even a part of?
And people chanting death to America. Why are you afraid to talk to Fox?
Fox News is not listen, using racist tropes towards my community is what Fox News.
Now it's racist. Was it racist when the Arabs were screaming death to America? I'm American. You're saying death to me. But we're supposed to extend this everlasting love to you all? Are you kidding me? You can go.
This is about, and I don't talk to Fox News.
Is death to America racist?
Fox News.
Is chanting death to America racist?
I'm talking about your guys' racist tropes. You know, you guys know exactly what you do. And I know you're Islamophobic, but you guys got to go deal with it on your own self. You're not going to use me.
Islamophobic? You know, we've been more than forgiving, if you want to be real. They opened up a damn mosque right across the site. This country allowed y'all to open up a mosque across the site from the 9/11 towers that fell. We have got to say enough is enough with everybody from every country. Get out. We hitting the reset button. We're going to find out who are the real Americans and who's not. We're going to find out who the real Americans are and who are not. Hit that like button, hit that share, hit that super chat. Turn this chat up. We almost at 500 people right now. With all the technical difficulties we have, we still cooking. And I appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I truly do. We still allow y'all to come over here and complain. Ain't that some shit? We have got to start locking some of these people up for treason. Yeah, they opened up a mosque across the street from the 9/11 site. People was protesting and everything, couldn't do nothing about it. Aside from an Indian mayor in New York City, we now have a Mexican immigrant woman who is cosplaying as Creole go on to be the mayor of New Orleans. Nasty work. Oh, my God. Get some tortillas with your crawfish. Get some tortillas with your crawfish. That's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. But again, I have immigrant fatigue because I know that these people have no real allegiance to America. I went personally as an experiment for myself. I went to a gas station. It was an Indian or Arab dude who who was behind the register, but I got to get my gas, you know what I'm saying, and get my my Powerade. I always got to get me a Powerade from the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I always got to get one. And I asked him, because I have immigrant fatigue. I'm tired of seeing y'all in my community. And I asked him, what country? I asked him, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you said. What country do you pledge your allegiance to? That's what he was. He said, India. I pledge to India. And I looked at that, I said, this is the problem. I bet Putin doesn't play that madness in Russia. No. You think you're going to see the first black president of Russia?
Pervert.
They pledge their allegiance to the country that they come from. They teach their kids to not love this country, just to love where they came from, where they ran from. And as more, they kids get Americanized, and then they try to take them kids back, and they're like, I want to go home. I want to play Xbox. I don't want to be around these people. China ain't playing that either. Think you're going to see the first black president of China? But you would see the first Chinese mayor. You will see the first Chinese senator, first Chinese governor. Mess around, see the first Chinese president. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be harsh for me to say this, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the structure and the fabric of this country, there should only be two groups to be allowed into politics. Foundational Black Americans and white folks. That's how this country was started, from an ancestral aspect of it and history. We're the only ones that got ties to it. And they should split it up in two groups. The two parties should be the white party and the black party. That's how that shit should go. Just like it should be no more Republican and Democrat. White, black. That's it. The Native Americans are sovereign. They're living within their own country. They have their own laws. They have their own judges. They have their own court system. We don't get in Native American business. They have their own areas. They've been repaid. We haven't. They got their hotels and all that. They live in their own world, to be honest with you. They're in their own bubble. And I'm not talking about that stupid sovereign citizen BS that you might see on YouTube with the Moors and the Moorish science and all that. That's BS. That doesn't work in reality. What the Indians have is what the Moors are talking about they want. Or pretending, making up their own IDs and all that BS. That's not. No. If, for instance, if a Indian person, a true Native American, is riding around and gets caught, let's say drunk driving, they can say, I don't want to be tried by America. I want to be tried by my tribe. And we have to abide by it. They are really sovereign. So yeah, they're not in our politics because we're not in their politics. They have their own thing going. They have their own thing going. And America pays its debt to them with no taxes and free health care, and they get so much stuff. So they're good. They've gotten their reparations. If they didn't get their reparations, it would be three parties. I would gladly say, yeah, they should be involved, but you don't see them. Why don't you see them? Because they live in their own world within America. But Let's go back to reality, present day right now. The only two groups of people are white Americans and black Americans that should have a say-so in this country. Everybody else is visitors. Everybody else are implants. That's what they call them down in Atlanta. That's what's going on, man. When you start putting people who don't belong in places, and you overdo it, you ruin shit. I watched the interview. Shout out to my good brother, man. One of the only people I can really rock with on YouTube or social media, because I speak to him in real life. The brother Mark Quett. Peace to the Saints. Shout out to the Saint in the Center and everything that they got going on over there. I was supposed to go out to visit them. They was having they're still having it this month actually, but I got to be around for my parents. Pop's sick, mom's been in and out the hospital, so I got to be around. I don't want to get the wrong phone call, and I'm not around. So I have to stay. Within a phone call's range. But I appreciate brother inviting me out, but I had to make sure I'm here for my fam. But I was watching an interview that he did, and he's in Atlanta, and he's talking to people, and he was talking to a black man. The black man was like, he was talking to them about, Marquette was interviewing people on the street asking, should we make America straight again? And all these people like, they defending all this gay stuff. And it took one real brother to come up and say, you know what? No, this ain't the real Atlanta. Said all these people here, all these wild ideas and all this rainbow coalition BS, these are implants. They come from California. They come from, New York. They come from all these liberal different places to the South, where we were tight Christian Baptist, held families down, and we wasn't dealing with this devilishment and foolishness. These are what we call implants. They not the real Atlanta. And now the implants have taken over, and that's why you have a gay Atlanta like you do now. And that's what's happening to America. These immigrants are implants, and they're causing a disease. And they're infectious culture, and us trying to be overly sensitive to their disrespectful ways and them not assimilating to what America is, and for us handling them with white gloves is the reason we have the problems we have. They've been more of a problem than an aid to this country. They're getting over on this country. They have to go. This is why a lot of black people are feeling very passionate and having immigrant fatigue, is because now when we were all of our efforts on being the primary minority who needs to be made whole for the damage that this country has done to us, we are being ignored for the gripes and problems that an immigrant and complaints that immigrants have when they get here. You don't have the right to complain. You have the right to get your ass out of here and get on a plane and go home. You don't get to complain. John Doe coming through say, even the white people who run for office need to be foundational. No Schwarzeneggers. True. That's why I said American white folks. American white folks. Them the only people's opinions that should matter. Everybody else's opinions shouldn't matter. I don't want to see any Dominicans. I don't want to see any Haitians. I represent Haiti. Well, go represent Haiti. Haiti needs your representation. Haiti needs your help. We don't need you here. Haiti needs your help. Nigeria needs your help. You know? Somalia needs your help. Sudan needs your help. We don't need you here stirring up the bull. We don't need you in our politics. You shouldn't have a say-so in our elections. In fact, you should be double taxed. You should be double taxed. Let's add on a coward tax. Let's add on an Iran from my country tax. Every time you people want to raise your flag, your taxes should go up. You shouldn't be allowed to protest or march, none of that, because you can't do it back home. They need to be double taxed. Oh, we pay taxes too. You need to pay double. Really kick in. Prove to us you love this country. Double tax. Put your money where your mouth is. Show us you want to be American. You come over here burning our flags, double tax. Shouldn't be no Americans over here struggling. It should be all immigrants struggling. Oh, you want to go to college? You want to go to college? Double admission fee. Double the admission fee, yeah. You know why? Because you as an American citizen, I don't know if any of y'all been to college. If you go to an in-state college, that means a college that you live in the same state, your tuition is lower. When you decide to go out of state, do you know, some of y'all may not have been in the admissions office. They charge you different. Why? Because you're not from Tennessee. You're not from Indiana. You're not from New York. You get charged, what do they call it? Out-of-state tuition. Out-of-country tuition should be through the roof. Shut the fuck up! It should be through the roof. We just talking about out-of-state tuition. I went to a school out of state. It was like an extra $4,000 a semester. I just didn't want to go to school in Illinois. My tuition didn't start going down till I changed my address. And you know the crazy thing was, I still had to wait a year of having that address. They didn't make it easy where it's like, okay, I changed my driver's license. I changed my registration for my car. Here's my address. Here's my apartment. This is where I live at. I live here now. I'm a resident. Nope, you gotta be there for a year. You gotta be seasoned. So you wanna come over here as a foreign student. Out of country tuition. Yeah, they pay double, they pay triple. Show us you want it. Don't make it easy for them. For the brother that's living in America now, who wants to go to this prestigious school or whatever like that may be out of state, he's gonna die trying to pay this damn tuition. Here we got an ashy foot from Somalia come over here and walk right in. Oh, the government pays for my education. You guys are just lazy. Make them pay. Triple. Because they have no real loyalty to this country. They use this country for the betterment of their homeland, not for the betterment of us. See, America's not getting a return on investment when it comes to immigrants. We're not. Immigrants are not here to help America. They are here to help their raggedy homelands, and they do a shitty job of doing it. They shouldn't get loans for businesses. We should be loaning them anything. The homeless population in America should be immigrants. It shouldn't be World War II veterans and Vietnam veterans. Afghanistan veterans. It shouldn't be that. They should be struggling over here. But it's the opposite, and it doesn't make any sense. How do they have more benefits than an American? And they still hate America. They still pledged allegiance to their homeland. End of the day. This is just like an unsatisfiable woman. You can give her the world, but she still will complain. She still won't be loyal. You can't buy love. You can't buy loyalty in a woman. You can't buy love. You can't buy loyalty out of an immigrant. You're not going to get love and loyalty out of an immigrant no matter what you give them. Because they don't love this country. Although I hate this show and I think that these people are phony and they're culture vultures. They don't have real authenticity. But this was one clip that I did see that made a lot of sense. So I got to show you guys. Again, I'm not a fan of these guys. But occasionally I do see their podcasts. They're grifters in every sense of the word, but this was a great point being made.
Went to war with Colombia. Who do you side with?
How many times have I said this? I've said this about the Mexicans all the time.
Let's say the United States went to war with Colombia. Who do you side with?
Colombia.
Get the fuck out of our country. Holy fuck. Why do you?
This is what I'm saying. Now, she's an American citizen.
You side with Colombia?
Because I'm from Colombia.
You've lived here for 10 years and you're now a citizen.
Okay, still that doesn't mean I'm not gonna side with
you have
my
no
country.
Okay, I'm looking this up. Yes, becoming a citizen requires taking the oath of allegiance.
Listen, I gotta bring you back for the slow niggas in the back.
Let's say the United States went.
Now they do need to deport her just for looking like this. See what I'm saying? We're not getting the bad, fine immigrant chicks. We are getting these weirdos and baby mamas and chicks shaped like a chimichanga.
Let's say the United States went to war with Colombia. Who do you side with?
Colombia.
Get the fuck out of our country. Holy fuck. Why do you side with Colombia?
Because I'm from Colombia.
You've lived here for 10 years and you're now a citizen.
Okay, still that doesn't mean I'm not gonna side with
you have
my
no
country.
Okay, I'm looking this up. Yes, becoming a citizen requires taking the oath of allegiance by taking.
We should deport her for the face tattoos alone and just call her MS-13. Let's go.
The oath, you pledge to renounce any foreign allegiance, support and defend the U.S. Constitution and laws, and perform service to the country when required by law. You do not become a citizen until you have completed the oath ceremony and received your certificate of naturalization.
This is why none of these people, you can't feel sorry for none of these people being deported because none of them took the oath to be here. So tell that to every last one of these heartfelt, compassionate Christian, Democrat, fried chicken, Baptist, vote blue no matter who ass Negroes. when they say, oh, Trump is going too hard on illegals, they're just trying to be, have they taken the oath to be American? Oh, matter of fact, they don't even speak English. How you going to take oath when you don't even speak English? What, we going to say the oath in Spanish? What are we going to say, the oath in Spanish? They haven't even taken the oath. They can go.
By taking the oath, you pledge to renounce any foreign allegiance.
Didn't I say that a long time ago? That you should renounce where you came from, and you also should have to burn your flag. You should have to burn your flag in front of everybody. That's how you get initiated.
Support and defend the U.S. Constitution and laws, and perform service to the country when required by law. You do not become a citizen until you have completed the oath ceremony and received your certificate of naturalization. Did you receive your certificate of naturalization?
Yes.
Did you complete the oath ceremony?
Yes.
So you're a liar? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
You're a liar. See, this is what I'm saying. Why are we letting these people over here?
Here, read that shit again. I do solemnly swear that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure, I don't even know what the that means, all allegiance, Colombia, and fidelity to any foreign prince or what the potentate? Is that a fucking fruit? What the is that shit? It's like a pomegranate and a fucking potato. State or sovereignty. Did you say that shit?
Yeah.
So you lied to get into the United States, bruv.
I didn't lie.
You have allegiance to Colombia.
It's not allegiance.
Originally, you said Colombia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick to that answer.
This is why we have immigrant fatigue, and we want to see you go. We want you to go. We just want you to go home. You love this country that you come from so much. You talk so highly of it. We just want you back there. There's a place that will allow you to disrespect them in their face like that. It's called Canada. It's called the UK. But now that Americans are starting to stand up, especially the Black Americans, especially the Black man, because we're seeing the damage that you're doing and how you're undermining this country with just your presence alone. You need to go. You want to be a doctor back home. Lord knows your people need it. From the diseases and the filth going on in your country, yeah, you can do some good there. We don't need you in the suburbs of America. You want to make a difference? Go back home. Because maybe, just maybe, if you fix these raggedy countries you came from, maybe some Americans will try to sneak in there and come to your country illegally. But right now, you couldn't give a ticket away. You couldn't give me a ticket to anywhere in Africa. You couldn't give it to me. Couldn't give me a ticket to no Haiti. I don't even want to fly past Haiti. I don't want to fly over Haiti. No. Go around. You know, there's enough tacos and beers here. I don't care about going to Mexico. I'm good. Seeing those chicks at the border, I'm not excited. Screw that. Yes, Trump, let's get busy on these deportations, man. Cutting everybody off, man. No more asylum here. Let's get this work.
Of Somali Americans right now.
See what I'm saying? They talk all spicy, but once they get apprehended, they don't want to go home.
Trump is about to deport hundreds of Somali Americans right now.
again.
Pervert.
Minnesota is in bad shape. Bad enough you got Chicago niggas coming out there selling dope all over the place. Now you got Somalis. Make Minnesota great again. I'm not going to Mall America till y'all get them out of there.
Hold on, P, man. Sorry.
Look how they start crying when it's time to go home. But no. You will be the same people. Somalia. You want to be Somalia in the safety of America. You want to be Somalian in the safety of America. No. We're going to let you be Somalia in Somalia. How about that? Oh, my bad. They're called Somalis. They're called Somali. I don't care. Somali, you're going home.
Moving on, 64 Somalis arrived at the JKIA today after being deported from the United States. The 71 were accompanied by U.S. security officials.
Y'all remember when they was telling black Americans that they could get deported? Remember?
We ain't going nowhere. I promise you we are enjoying this show. And again, all these tellers emailing me, you need to use your platform, you're being divisive. Nah, shut up. Shut up. Because if Kamala was in here, y'all be flexing. We not lazy like you niggas. White people have a culture. We have a culture. Yeah, a culture of running. As much as you tellers run, you should be winning the Olympics every year in track and field, because all you do is run. We should never be able to catch up with y'all as Americans. What's that little chick, the little hood rat chick that keep beating all you tellers on the track? I forgot her name. She shouldn't be able to get close to y'all. Y'all come from a lineage of runners. Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson shouldn't have nothing on y'all. Every last one of y'all are runners at heart. Even your grandmama ready to run. Your granddaddy ready to run. The kids running. Everybody's a runner. Get on the track. Go win your Olympic gold medal, you runners. All you do is run. All you do is run.
5 minutes later.
When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport.
Once they get her on a crime, and I hope they do, she will be deported. Once they get her on a crime. Oh, man. Fam, do you know how ignorant that show gonna be? They already investigating her for, money laundering, fraud, and things of that nature, but in the marital fraud with her brother. If anything sticks, she get one felony. Deportation is on the way. How are you holding a job that barely makes 6 figures and you're worth over 20 million now? We're going to get you. It's not like Ilhan Omar has a chain of businesses, a crazy real estate portfolio or anything of that nature. She hasn't invented anything. She hasn't even wrote a book. How is she worth 10 figures and shit? 8 figures and shit. How is she worth that? How is she worth 8 figures, man? I need to know this, man.
an American citizen.
Now, if Ilhan Omar, a Somalian refugee, can't get deported, a black American most definitely can't get deported. We've been
community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community.
From the Somali community, not the American community, Somali community. This is the problem. This is why Americans are tired of dealing with y'all bullshit.
I'm from the Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to...
Minnesota's gotta suck. Minnesota's gotta really suck right now. Because all the politicians just bend to the will of Somalians.
Fully support and endorse President Trump.
We're not black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not black. This is black.
Oh!
This is brown. And there's not a single person in
we're not black. Oh, okay.
in the world that's this skin color. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes, I know
we are Somalis, not black.
Woo! That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. For all you Africans that want to keep emailing me all that BS, this is how y'all feel. I'm just obliging y'all. I'm showing y'all to y'all face what y'all do and what y'all say. I'm not trying to hear it. Don't come to me talking about some, oh, you're being divisive. No. No. You're not black. We're not going to make you black. We're not going to beg you to be black. We're not going to say we're brothers all in this together. No. No. Do y'all thing.
Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to fully support and endorse President Trump.
we're not black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not black. This is black. This is brown. And there's not a single person in the world that's this skin color. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes, I know
we are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Somalis are not black.
For a very long time,
Somalis are not black. Let's get that through our black ass head, y'all. Same thing with the Nigerians. Same thing with the people from Sudan, the people from Congo, the people from Sierra Leone. They all say it. The people from Ghana, we're not black. So why are we still fighting to try to be down? We look like clowns because this is how they really feel.
the Somali community or Somalis in America have not wanted to identify with the blackness. They have not wanted to identify with the black community or have wanted nothing to do with black Americans. But now that Donald Trump is threatening to deport all of them or most of them, if not all of them, that's when they are now calling for black unity. That is when...
Oh, good luck with that. We're stopping that right at it before that even gets a bit of footing. We're here to put a stop to that. No, you are on your own. Don't call to us. We are not here to aid and assist you. You've made it clear we are not the same. That is fine. We're okay with it. Don't change your tune now that you're getting some hell and some smoke and you're going back to your beautiful country and your culture. What are you so mad for?
They are remembering black Americans. Now they want black Americans to stand with them during this tough time. Now they want black people to...
I stand with ICE. I stand with Homeland Security. I stand with the Border Patrol. That's who we stand with. So you can take your ashy feet, big forehead, and big teeth back home.
Help them fight Donald Trump. They are now all of a sudden calling for black unity.
Somali says black Americans don't know their fathers.
Oh, so now, since you got so much culture, you know, you want to be in the mosque. This is what I try to tell y'all about the division in Islam. Even in the masjid, being a black American, you are still considered less than an Arab, less than an African. There is not a real brotherhood in the Ummah. When you got the imam making a khutbah talking about foundational black Americans, about how our families are broken. What are you doing as a Muslim to try to help us keep our families intact if we're supposed to be your people? See, I've been in these places. Miriam, you know. I can't speak to what goes on y'all side of the mosque amongst the sisters, but I could only imagine. I can only imagine what goes on that side amongst the black women, that's foundational black women, amongst the Arab women and amongst the African women in Islam. For an imam to be up here saying this, imagine you being a foundational black American amongst these. See, there's a difference. Like I said, they're still going to hold on to their people because even though they're Muslim, they're still Somali first. They're still Arab first. And that's how you need to be, regardless of what religion you are. You need to still be black first. Because everybody else is who they are first. Don't be blindsided, thinking that it's all love when it ain't.
Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers.
Every mountaintop I can.
His name for me. Product of one night stand.
Know their fathers.
African Americans.
But now that Donald Trump is threatening to deport all of them or most of them, if not all of them, that's when they are now calling for black unity. That is when they are remembering black Americans. Now they want black Americans to stand with them during this tough time. Now they want black people to help them fight Donald Trump. They are now all of a sudden calling for black unity.
Somali says black Americans don't know their fathers.
African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, or most of them, were the product of one night stand. One night stand.
They're speaking amongst their people in the house of God about a specific group of black folks, and that is us. So I have no sympathy or compassion for whatever they go through, because they're not here to help whatsoever. See, I got harsh criticism about black folks, but I got solutions, and I'm down with y'all over anything. You're not gonna see me on no panel with a bunch of white people going in on us. No. And I've been fooled by a few tethers and been having conversations I shouldn't have been having with a few tethers, but that won't happen again. That won't happen again. Say the NOI was supposed to be only FBA, but it's tethers and all. Yeah, it's a lot of craziness, man, going on in the NOI. And that happened ever since they made that great compromise with Scientology. And, you know, they still adopt the concept kind of like the Hebrew Israelites, where they accept the Latinos and all of these other people as black folks. It's got to get tightened up. They kind of adopted a whole Pan-Africanism thing. to be truthful. And if you can look it up right now, there's a white dude. They say he's not white. This guy looks white. He looks whiter than Master Farah Muhammad white. And I learned a lot from the Nation of Islam. I'm not going to disparage the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of the best programs to refine a black man, but it has lost its way. And there is if you Google it, there's a video, a picture of a white guy in a FOI uniform. And I was asking brothers. It's like, dog, he's a brother. I'm like, that ain't no damn brother, man. Because I seen him at Savior's Day at the United, was it the United Center? No, it was the UIC Pavilion. When they had, it was a Savior's Day I went to. And I seen this dude. I'm like, what's this white dude doing in the... Everybody was greeting him, and I didn't greet him. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know what this is about. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, this ain't the nation I grew up in. But, you know, like all movements, they all get infiltrated once you start trying to integrate. Can't do that. We got to stay firm on FBA, man. So yeah, you gotta y'all gotta look that up, man. It's a white guy wearing an FOI uniform, man. Threw me off, man. Threw me off. I still can't get a clear answer from nobody about that. Let's go.
They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose.
And again, a lot of people get this tether thing messed up. Tethers are not just an immigrant, not just a Jamaican. No, these are the people who blend in trying to be like us, but hate us secretly. Every last one of these people listening to this Cooper. Oh God, I can't speak right. The sermon, basically. Arabic sermon. And didn't leave. Those are your tellers. Those are your tellers. You know what I'm saying? Those are your tellers, man. Those are the ones who undermine your black ass. You know? Those are the ones that undermine your black ass, man. You know?
His name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا.
I keep screaming this from every mountaintop I can. That's Hassan Ali, and this is Ilhan Omar. We know who Ilhan Omar. Hassan is the president or prime minister of Somalia. They had a roundtable meeting with nothing but Africans talking about getting in to American politics, but understanding that they are 100% Somalian and they will never change. Now, in this clip that I'm about to show, Mr. Ali Hassan.
See, like I say, only reason why she's in politics is to benefit Somalia. That's why it's treasonous. And once they find out she's funneling any money to Somalia, they need to lock her up for life and make her the biggest example.
Ali is talking, and he's letting it be known that Ilhan Omar is there to take a black American seat in Congress.
It is very important in Ilhan Somali measures. Somalia are exceeding society. Of moral.
They are not here to be our friends. They are not here to fight for all black people. They are here to fight for Somalians. That's it.
Yes.
Those are not my words. It's their words. It's
exactly. So I'm trying to understand, where is this Jap, you're being divisive? Where is all of this, oh, you're causing division? What are you talking about? Has to be some unity for me to cause any division. There has never been any unity. And all of the perceived unity has been a fake, a farce. All the so-called unity has been a scam from a scamming community with a scam culture. They scam at home. Of course, they're going to scam even more here.
Their actions, right? So before y'all jump on here, look, just another jealous Black American. I'm not jealous of anything. We can't be beat. We're undefeated here. That's something y'all forgot. Mind you, this shit was on camera. So I want to know what y'all got to say about that. I already know that Black Americans have no allies at all.
Thank you. God, now we waking up. Now we are waking up, y'all. We almost at 500 people in the room. Make sure you sharing this on Facebook. Share this with your auntie, your uncle, your cousin. Every last one of them fried chicken Democrats got a heart for the immigrant community. They need to hear this message and see what the immigrant community really thinks of your Black ass. Especially. Not even the country. Your Black ass. They damn sure don't love this country.
We don't have friends here. We don't have allies here, especially Africans. It's sad, but it's true. And it's not coming from us. It's coming from you guys, because you guys come over here to this country, automatically look at us as enemy number one. Then you get caught on camera doing this kind of shit. It's absolutely crazy, but I love when people show their true colors. Please tell me who you are so I can believe you the first time.
Enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. You know, when you have Nancy and Randy saying, you know, we're on it, we're going to impeach her. When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
You're not, what do you call it? You're a naturalized American citizen, which is like, you know, you're sworn in, you're not born in, basically. And once you commit a crime, you're going back home. Once they get her on a felony, she's out of here.
So all year, immigrants been running around screaming, Black Americans, y'all gonna be deported next. Y'all gonna be deported too. But you got an immigrant saying that she can't be deported because she's an American citizen, a naturalized citizen. When Black Americans,
yeah, like, dude, they did it to Shine. As soon as Shine got hit with a felony, boom, you're gone. As soon as you come out, boom, you're gone. They hit all of them with felonies.
Americans are birthright citizens, like, we can't be deported. But yet, immigrants of all creed and colors, all of the immigrants, not just the Black ones, but the white ones, the Native Americans, the Latinos, of course the Africans, the Caribbeans, they always screaming, oh, y'all next. They deporting Black people too. Y'all next. Y'all gonna get deported next, Black Americans. Y'all think they're not gonna deport?
My hat does go off to the Chinese illegals, the Chinese the white illegals, the ones that have been laying low in the cut who haven't been marching. They're going to be really hard to find. You know, they're probably been self-deported already and revamping their strategy. They haven't really been giving us the problems. The problems have been coming from Arabs. The problems have been coming from Latinos, Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, and Africans. Those are the ones that have been causing the problems with going back home. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, it's not a big, the white illegals haven't came in big numbers. The big numbers come from mainly the Venezuelans, the Mexicans, and the Latino community. You know what I'm saying? But then you got your Africans. They came over here to offer nothing, and the Arabs. They sneak in and they create a lot of problems, whether it be terrorism or whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard about a whole lot of ruckus from the white refugees or whatever. I haven't heard any ruckus. I just haven't heard any ruckus. The ones that overstay visas, they go, and then when they get arrested, they take it like G's. They like, okay, I know I was okay. They don't really put up a big fight. Ain't a whole lot of marching and picketing for some people who got deported from the Ukraine. They go back home. Whatever. I'll go to the UK. UK next. That's all they saying. UK next. Canada next. They're not really tripping like how these people are tripping.
Put y'all if they're deporting there. But you got an immigrant saying that she can't be deported because she's a citizen. She's a naturalized citizen, y'all. Her citizenship can be revoked, by the way. But it's funny how they, when they're under the fire, it's like they know all the fucking rules and laws.
Okay. Say, fuck out of here, Jappa. You, European illegals are in big numbers over in Santa Monica to the west of Los Angeles. Hella Polish, Pittsburgh, cutting grass. Okay. What I'm telling you is, are they making a fuss? Because I'm not seeing these illegal Polish people marching and standing on cars and shit. I'm not seeing them. You know who we are seeing? And they're going to get caught too. I'm not saying they should stay. Don't make no mistake about it. I want them all to go. But the reason why they're probably the hardest to catch, because they're moving around doing some shit. They're not running around here online crying. They're not jumping on cars. They're not terrorizing people and destroying businesses. They're doing a thing. And when they get arrested, they don't go crazy. I've seen them get arrested. That goes for the Chinese people too. They're not really making a whole lot of fuss. They're going to be the hardest ones to catch. They're going to be the hardest ones to catch because they're not sticking out like a sore thumb.
And
it's not just because they're white. It's because they're just not moving like how these other idiots are moving. If you know that the government is looking for you, you'd be stupid to go out there and start protesting, waving a flag of another nation. Yeah, that's going to get your ass investigated.
Can't be deported, but they want to fearmonger and try to like mislead Black Americans.
And they don't even hold a candle to the overwhelming percentage of the Mexicans. So cut it out. They'll get caught. But for now, they're not doing a whole bunch of terrorizing the cities and shit. They're not eating the dogs and eating the cats. You know?
And to feel like they want to be deported. Y'all, the psychological warfare these people are playing on Black Americans is nasty. It's insidious. Trump, please hurry up and get these motherfuckers out of here.
So now that they are facing deportation, right now, at the moment whereby their protective status is being withdrawn by Donald Trump, that's when they want Black Americans to.
Nope. You can want us to jump in this all day. We will not be crash outs for tethers. You say, in all fairness, white illegals are white. They have the benefit of color connection. And that's why the tethers are very dangerous, because they have our color. So they try to blend in with us, look like us, speak the lingo, dress like us, you know, to try to gain the benefit of what we did to even have rights. That's why they're dangerous to us. They got the skin to blend in and pretend.
Be with them. That's when they want Black people to stand with.
But one thing that the white immigrants, the illegals can't have, they can't have whatever accent they got. Don't have a Russian accent, a German accent. That shit is strong. They'll get caught. They're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. Some of them, but a lot of them, see, a lot of people haven't looked into the self-deportation thing. A lot of these white illegals already self-deported. They took the $1,000 and they're going back to where they came from to regroup. We'll take it as Operation Canada, Operation UK. Not these idiots.
Them. That's when they are calling for Black people's unity. And for your information, these same Somalis who are calling for unity right now, they're the same Somalis who in the previous elections had their leaders endorse Donald Trump.
The community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to fully support and endorse President Trump and J.D. Vance. So,
you thought kissing ass was gonna get you up in here, was gonna certify you citizenship. No, we see through all you scamming ass Africans. We see through all your scamming ass African shit. You know? Nah, bro. We vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, they got your ass is on the radar now. You're in his crosshair.
some of the key issues of the community are the global wars, and we're for peace. Economic issues, family values and education are some of the critical issues that this community cares.
As a Somalian who lives in Minneapolis, I personally adore all of the hatred coming our way right now.
Good! More to come! Hold on, let me go get me another coat. Let me go get me another coat. We're gonna let this ride so y'all can see that I'm not causing the division. Minister Jap's platform doesn't cause division. I show you that these people don't love you. So stop lying to me and lying to yourself.
Because I know Somalis who voted for that orange POS. And every bit of racism and hatred from that orange POS and his people, I just forward straight to them. Yeah, here's what they think about it. That's right, boo-boo, you're not one of them. You're not one of them. That red hat you were wearing in 2024, you're not twinsies. You're not twinsies. Now, most of us have been here since the 90s and are kinda impossible to legally deport, but they're gonna try something. I don't know what they're gonna try, but they're gonna try something, and Minneapolis is probably gonna be burning again, so that'll be fun.
You see the way they confidently endorsed Donald Trump together with J.D. Vance. They did that with all the confidence in the world, and you'd have thought that Donald Trump would favor them. You'd have thought that they were voting for their interests.
No. That was that they were trying to, brown nose their way into this shit because they knew that Kamala's situation was not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? They thought that Trump was going to have an alliance to them, but now we're starting to see who you truly are and what your agenda truly is, and you have got to go.
But look at it right now. It seems like just because they hate being called black, just because they hate being identified.
They hate being called black. They hate being identified with us. So we're not going to play these games. I'm not going to let nobody sit here and tell me, oh, Jap, you're creating a division. What? How? By telling my people the truth about how you feel about my people as a collective? That is what they want us to do. Well, you started it. You started it. You're keeping it going. And I'm telling you right now, let's just say hypothetically, they say, you know what? Forget it. We're going to give them all citizenship. We're going to let everybody stay. Now they're going to come right back flexing their muscle on your black ass. Think they're going to love us some more? No. You can't buy loyalty. You can't buy love. No matter what we give them, they will still not love us because the love is not in their heart for America. The love is not in their heart for America. Their love is not in their heart for foundational Black American people, period. As a collective. There's going to take generations to undo that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell all the tellers something. In order for you to love Black folks, I know what you're up against. You have got to go against your family. You got to go against your friends. You got to go against your community. You have got to be the one that wanted to be the outcast, and you're not willing to do that. That goes for a Nigerian. That goes for every last one of these immigrant groups do not want to be ostracized by loving Black folks. You're not willing to do that. So miss me with the long, heartfelt, drawn-out emails about how I'm being divisive. No, talk to your community. Be the one in your community that's at war with your own community because you got so much love for foundational Black Americans and you don't see why they treat us like how they do. You're not willing to do that. You're not going to do that. So miss me with the bullshit. We all Black and we all brothers and and sisters. Bullshit. Because Pan-Africanism is a goddamn dream. Y'all don't even get along in the continent that y'all have the most resources and they're supposed to be. Oh, we have all the minerals and everything beautiful comes from Africa and y'all can't even get along over there. You kill your goddamn selves. Talking about Black folks here, yeah, we have our problems. We're not denying that. We're trying to unify here right now, and here comes your snagger-tooth, big forehead having bogus lining having ass with something to say about what we got going on here. But I'm gonna tell you something that we don't do. We don't run. We can't run. There's no coward in our heart. There is coward in the men of your community. Every man, grown man of fighting age that ran from their troubles in their country is a coward. And here you have a whole lot to say about a people who couldn't run. Shout out to Lord Bison. Say, I checked the Nigerian dude last week. I told him Canada can deport him back to Nigeria. I can just drive across the border and go to my other residence in Seattle, Washington. And he probably still riding around and on his rearview mirror got the Nigerian flag hanging. Ain't you an idiot? Just cowards, man. Just cowards. But so we were warriors. You wouldn't stand and fight in your own homeland. All y'all do is kill each other. Talk about some unity. We supposed to unify with the people who don't even love their damn self. We got our own goddamn problems. We trying to learn how to love ourselves. And you see us starting to love each other, loving our own. Now you want to come. We got to break that up. Oh, that's divisive. No, that's Black folks waking up, tribing up the same way you do. And we got the right to do it in our land that you ran to. Nobody came over there looking for you, said, look, we need you to come over here. No, you ran over here. You did anything. In fact, the biggest dream you had as a kid was to be over here. It wasn't to be in the motherland. It was to be in the other land. Don't talk about, self-hate and, you being divisive, you hate your own. You're not us. So says you. We were stupid for thinking that you were one of us. We were naive. So says you. We not the same. That's fine. We have no problem with that. Your homeland so great, don't cry when you go bike. It's not like you're going to prison. It's not like anyone's hurting you. No, we're just sending you back to the promised land. Coward.
Good afternoon, John. The president has directed a flurry of new immigration decisions.
Hold on. Now it's doing it again. Hold on, man. Let me reset, man. Okay, hold on. Okay, I want to get back to this preacher. Because we cooking right now, y'all.
Good afternoon, John. The president has directed a flurry of new immigration decisions, not only targeting people from Afghanistan, but also halting all asylum decisions until further vetting can be done.
The nonsense that the left gave us with this Operation Welcome Allies. Look, there was.
Hold on. Let me bring this one back. Let me bring this one back. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me bring this one back. Let me bring this one back. Hold on.
If you feel proud to be American, raise your hand. God bless America. God bless America. If you feel proud to be American, raise your hand. God bless America. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote.
Raise your hands, come on.
For Donald Trump. Dale cintura, 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 cintura. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Let's do it. Latino for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Bueno, señoras y señores, everybody, let's sing this song, everybody, together, okay? I need you loud, loud, because I want you Trump. Hear that song, okay? Again. Yo quiero que todo el mundo lo cante fuerte, para que nuestro presidente la escuche. ¿Ok?
En español bien ahorita. Bien ahora.
So,
Tranquilito.
come on. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh my God, I will vote.
Everybody,
I will vote.
come on. Repeat, repeat.
Oh my God, I will vote.
Come on.
I will vote.
Hey, for Donald. Come on, vamos a ver.
Oh my God, I.
You know the funny part about this? The funniest part about that song, I will vote for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote. The woman singing that song got deported. God is nasty ass coke. The woman who sang the song has been deported. I'm gonna do another shot. I'm gonna give y'all that footage. They deported the lady who sang the song. Shout out to Trump. That's what you call standing on business. Nice song. You gotta go. Oh my God, you gotta go. I don't care if you vote for Trump. You got to go. That's some gangster shit. You know?
Good afternoon, John. The president has directed a flurry of new immigration decisions, not only targeting people from Afghanistan, but also halting all asylum decisions until further vetting can't be done.
The nonsense that the left gave us with this Operation Welcome Allies. Look, there was no vetting. If you think there was vetting, I have a bridge to sell you.
Here's the thing with this Operation Welcome Allies thing. That's the Biden put together. Like we all know, we got the shooting that just happened in Washington of the 2 National Guards that got shot up by the Afghanistan, basically a cell, what you call them, a splinter cell, that's what they call them. Infiltrated, you know what I'm saying? And they brought over all of the people who were helping the Americans in Afghanistan and gave them citizenship when they came over here. And this is the thanks we get. Sleeper cell. My bad, I call it splinter cell. Ain't that a video game? Sleeper cell. Appreciate the church for helping me out on that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking this nasty Coke, man. It ain't got my mind is off right now. Sleeper cell. But this is the thanks we get for bringing over this immigrant.
The Trump administration has now paused issuing visas for people traveling on Afghan passports, as well as stopped processing all immigration requests from the country. Now, the new directives do go beyond just Afghanistan. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announced that all asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is vetted and screened, while the status of green card holders from 19 countries of concern will be re-examined. Now, today on the international front, President Trump posted on Truth Social warning airlines, pilots, as well as drug dealers that airspace over Venezuela is closed after more than 20 U.S. military strikes.
See, last time they tried to say, oh, there's a racial ban and all this. No, we banning all people who hate America from coming over here. Period. Stay over there.
Unsuspected drug.
Go to Canada or go to the UK with your bullshit. They'll love to have you.
Drug boats. President Trump says operations are shifting soon.
We'll be starting to stop them by land also. The land is easier, but that's going to start very soon. We warn them, stop sending poison to our country.
And John, as for the president's schedule, we do know he is back from golf, back to Mar-a-Lago. He has spent time with his family over the Thanksgiving holiday, but will head back to Washington, D.C. tomorrow night.
Cook. Shout out to Trump, man. I gotta say, man, this is when Trump performs best. When it's time to get rid of the immigrant mess. That's when he performs best. You know, this Ukraine and Israel thing, I will never support it. I see no point in it. Let them fight. And I say this because Ukraine will never beat Russia. Pointless to keep pumping money into that. You need to strike a deal or bow down. And Israel just is pointless. Israel just absolutely benefits us not. You know, Israel just, I mean, what for? What do we get from them? Not a damn thing. We get an invoice, you know. But I like the fact that he's keeping a heavy foot on these Somalis' necks. Shout out to all my people out there in Minnesota, man. Things will get greater, man. It will be a greater later.
Aliens have to do with this Afghan guy who shot the national?
Nothing, but Somalians have caused a lot of trouble. They're ripping us off for a lot of money. There's a tremendous amount of money going back to Somalia. What the hell are we paying money to Somalia for? But they're...
Exactly. When has Somalia ever came to the aid of anyone?
Ripping off our country at a level that few people have been able to see before. That's about the only thing. You talk about competence. We have Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but...
I swear, y'all gonna see one of the most ignorant shows possible. Once Ilhan Omar get the cuffs put on her, I promise you, man. The only thing that would trump Ilhan Omar getting the cuffs put on is Hillary getting the cuffs on her or Kamala getting the cuffs. But other than that, man, I'm going to go crazy. Y'all don't think I won a championship.
Complain about our country and our Constitution. And she comes from a country with practically no country. It's devastated, it's crime-ridden, it's a mess, it's a disgrace. And we took their people at tremendous...
I love the fact that he keeps it a buck with these shithole countries. He's not one of them people to not call a shithole country. I respect it.
Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country and our Constitution, and she comes from a country with practically no country. It's devastated, it's crime-ridden, it's a mess, it's a disgrace. And we took their people at tremendous... We're not taking their people anymore. We're not taking their people. And we're getting a lot of their people out because they're nothing but trouble.
Getting their people out because they nothing but trouble. Who super chatted? Let me see. Let's see Lil Bison up here. Somebody said they super chatted. We ain't highlight them. I don't see Chief Rocker. Yeah, I don't see you, brother. I don't think that went through. Whatever you talking about in the chat, I don't think that went through, my brother. Yeah, that didn't go through, brother. The super chat's not in there, brother. Apologize. Figure it out. I will go for Donald Trump. That's beautiful, man. That she got deported. You wrote the man a whole song and got deported. Wrote the man a whole song and got deported. Hilarious. Hilarious. You know? But yeah, man, I like Trump keeping it real when it comes to these countries, man. Somalians, y'all got to go.
Made a lot of moves throughout the last few days after we know that Afghan...
You got to listen close because they on Air Force One. And there's really no clear way to get this. But you gotta really listen because he really breaks this thing down about these Somalis.
Your administration made a lot of moves throughout the last few days after we know that Afghan national is the suspected shooter of these National Guardsmen.
Yeah, people that shouldn't be in our country. This one.
So you announced that asylum...
And that includes Somalians and it includes plenty of others.
How long does your administration plan to pause asylum into the U.S.?
I think a long time.
Can you give any kind of time?
We don't want those people. We have enough problems. We don't want those people.
Is that a year, 2 years?
No time limit.
And then
but it could be a long time.
You said that...
We don't want those people. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You understand it?
I understand.
Who are you with?
I'm with News Nation. So
okay,
my name's Lindsay.
News Nation. Great. Let me just tell you something. We don't want those people. Does that make sense? You know why we don't want them? Because many of them are no good.
Say we don't want them. They're no good. We don't want people from those countries. He keeping it real. Shout out to Steve, man. Hashtag shithole countries. Yes.
Time limit.
And then
but it could be a long time.
You said that...
We don't want those people. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You understand it?
I understand.
Who are you with?
I'm with News Nation. So
okay,
my name's Lindsay.
News Nation. Great. Let me just tell you something. We don't want those people. Does that make
I say, don't care what they say. Trump's song is hard. This is crazy. Oh my God. Hi, Revo.
You know why we don't want them? Because many have been no good, and they shouldn't be in our country.
What do you mean by those people? Can you
The people from different countries that are not friendly to us, and countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia that have virtually no government, no military, no police. All they do is go around killing each other. Then they
Exactly. All the Somalia do is go around and kill each other. They have no government. They have no military. Like, dude, your country shit. No other leaders just keeping it a buck with y'all like that. And y'all need to be kept a buck with. Shout out to Trump, man. This is when Trump's at his best. You know, this is the Trump I voted for right here. Not the Israel Trump. You know, I say, man, I call it out. I call it fair. When he do some bullshit, he do some bullshit. I think he dropped the ball with Letitia James. You know, all they had to do was just make sure they cross their T's and dot their I's, and that lady will be in jail right now. Where I want her to be. Come on, Trump, get this thing right, man. Don't cut no corners. I want her locked up. I don't know which one I'm going to be happier when I see Letitia James get locked up or Ilhan. It's going to probably be Letitia James. Letitia James getting locked up, I'm going to go crazy. Y'all going to think the Bears won the Super Bowl or something. I'm going to go berserk. Fam, I'm going to go berserk. I'm calling every Democrat I know. Stop playing with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Before we get your ass locked up, man. You're going to stop playing with Trump. Oh, my God. You know, I want to see her do some hard time. But yeah, man, these Somalians be having these schemes going on in Minnesota. Man, they've defrauded the government almost like out of $6 billion in Somalia. I mean, not Somalia, Minnesota, from the Somalians. Yeah, they got to go. They putting a dent in the economy with their crime.
In prison for one of the Feeding Our Future fraudsters.
Feeding Our Future. They took taxpayer money, grants and all this type of shit. Talking about they feeding the people, making up fake statements and shit with their raggedy restaurants. Let me tell you something, man. It ain't gonna be thousands of people trying to get some damn African food. I don't even think a lot of homeless people want to eat that shit. Just the presentation of African food. I don't think a bunch of homeless people gonna be wanting that, man. Shout out to my nigga Mike, man, from 87. 87 streets outside Chi-Town. I was rolling through the streets. So I had a cheap case. Bitch. What's happening, nigga? What's happening, nigga?
10 years in prison for one of the Feeding Our Future fraudsters convicted in the first trial for the pandemic meal fraud scam. Abdi Majid Noor and his co-defendants stole $47 million in their part of the $300 million scheme.
$300 million scheme coming out of these little ass stores? Oh, yeah, y'all gotta go.
They claim to serve 18 million meals at phony sites.
18 million meals of African food? Bullshit. That's a red flag right there. 18 million meals of that nasty shit? Oh my God.
Like the small Empire Cuisine and Market in Shakopee. Noor's job was creating the fake meal counts and invoices, plus the rosters filled with made-up names of kids. He used fraud money for a trip to the Maldives and to get a college degree, spending money on the website paymetodoyourhomework.com.
Oh my God, they are the biggest scammers. They are the biggest scammers. Oh, we are educated. They be making up fake universities from their homeland. Bro, get out of here. Then you go to domyhomework.com. Oh.
To finish it. On top of it all, Noor played a key role in trying to bribe a juror in hopes of getting a not guilty verdict in his trial. Lead prosecutor Joe Thompson said in court, this country offered the
Shout out to Mike showing some love that I chased with a $50 holla sponsorship right before the birthday of the God, Minister Jap. I got a real ignorant show for y'all after this tonight. Make sure y'all have y'all notifications on. Stop playing games with me. Bad enough I'm already drinking this nasty ass Coca-Cola. Don't piss me off.
defendant everything. The opportunity for a life, the opportunity to live in peace. And he paid us back by playing us all for fools.
That's what I say.
I'm Lou Ragoose. Follow for more news.
That's how they pay us back. When we give them citizenship, they give us crime. We give them citizenship, they defraud us. We give them love, they stab us in the back, black folks. Relax. They're getting their own medicine. They can take their operation to Canada or the UK. But yes, they're known for fraud and scheming, and that's what they did when they got here.
$1 million fraud scheme. Already 77 people, many of them Somali immigrants.
Somali immigrants. Let's bring it back. You being divisive, Jap. No, I'm just showing you the evidence, my nigga. This is what y'all do when y'all come to America.
A $250 million fraud scheme. Already 77 people, many of them Somali immigrants, have been charged in one of the largest taxpayer-funded scams in U.S. history. Minnesota, home to the largest Somali community in America, has become the center of this massive investigation. This is the Feeding Our Future scandal, a pandemic-era scheme in which defendants allegedly stole over $250 million meant to provide meals for low-income children. Instead,
defrauded the government, meals that was supposed to be for children. This is what they do when they get here. Where's the money going?
Instead of feeding kids, prosecutors say the money went toward luxury homes, high-end cars, jewelry, overseas transfers, and an entire network of shell companies. According to the DOJ, the conspirators submitted fake invoices, fabricated meal counts, and even staged photos to make it look like they were serving millions of meals that never existed. In some cases,
they're gonna use Chat GPT AI for the photos.
they claimed to feed more children than lived in entire neighborhoods. A federal jury found Amy Bach, the founder of Feeding Our Future, and Salim Ahmed Saeed guilty of conspiracy, bribery, wire fraud, money laundering. Federal officials say more arrests may still be coming.
And that's how they think America. These are the people who swear they're supposed to be here. Doing all this fraud. Doing all of this fraud in America in the name of Somalia.
To taxpayers earmarked to feed hungry children wind up in the hands of a Somali terrorist group. The allegations center around a massive welfare fraud case being brought in Minnesota. A 78th defendant was charged just today. And now reports are coming out that some of the stolen money may have wound up in the hands of Al-Shabaab, a Somali-based terror group. In response, President Trump says he intends to end deportation protections for about 700 Somali nationals in Minnesota.
As he should.
Calling Minnesota a, quote, hub for Somali gang networks, though he's provided no evidence for that. So what are the facts on the ground? Investigative correspondent Rich McHugh is at the federal courthouse in Minneapolis, Minnesota for us tonight. Rich, what are you learning?
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, we're at the federal courthouse where that 78th indictment came down just a few hours ago. All of it tied to Feeding Our Future. That's the corrupt nonprofit at the center of all of this fraud. We spoke with current and former federal sources, And they tell us billions have been stolen since 2019, that Minnesota is just riddled with fraud, and that a lot of this money goes back to Somalia, and a cut of that money has gone to the Al-Qaeda-linked group Al-Shabaab. But
terrorism!
Like, reset this for viewers because it's complicated. It all stems from Feed Our Future. That's the largest COVID fraud ever. These criminals opened more than 200 federal child nutrition programs through Minnesota, and sites lied, claimed to be serving meals to thousands of children a day. They created fake attendance rosters, fake invoices, and the government reimbursed them. David Gaither, he's a former state senator here. He saw this firsthand.
This is what they did during COVID. Boy, you Americans are so lazy. All you do is wear your pants hanging down and hip hop. This is what y'all do. Don't worry. Back to the dirt roads you go. Back to the dirt roads you go.
This is the Safari restaurant in downtown Minneapolis. This is the epicenter of some of the biggest fraud and waste and abuse in this area. The owner right now is currently in jail, federal jail. This restaurant, which seats about 35, supposedly served 18,000 plus meals a day.
A day?
A day for 7 months. 18,000 plus.
Y'all got the capacity to serve 35, 36 people, whatever the hell, and y'all serving 18,000 meals a day? You don't even got the staffing for that. Come on, man. And who wants African food? Who wants African food? We can just start there.
Now, Minnesota Rep. Ilhan Omar, she was a fixture at this restaurant, the Safari, during her run for office. I think we have a photo of her at the restaurant with her supporters in 2018. Feeding Our Future, that's that corrupt nonprofit. It was the epicenter of it, but others spawned from it. There were home relocation services, child autism.
And we not tripping. Just go do this in Somalia. Because if you really do the knowledge on Ilhan Omar, she comes from I think was it a father was like some type of warlord. He was oppressing they was oppressing the people over there in Somalia, and they didn't run from they wasn't run because they was running from because they were being persecuted and they were being treated by the government. They were part of the government that was doing the mistreatment. They were running from being prosecuted. You know, they were about to be prosecuted for the wrongs that they were doing over there to the people of Somalia. They ran over here from that. They were trying to they wasn't trying to escape persecution. They was trying to escape prosecution. Nigga, I'm about to do a whole Ilhan Omar because the more and more I keep hearing that lady talk, the more I want to I just want to slap that bitch. Between her and Letitia James, man, I just can't stand those bitches. And Jasmine Crockett. I love to see this. You get deported. This is how they be looking when they get deported. Talking all that craziness when they're here, but then when they get deported, this is the homeland. This is the flag you wave. This is the motherland.
أنا معهم ملنا دبي أنت اللي وضو باسبوركي ولا قاطي وعني ساوك جرا أنتو قفوا إمبسي لزال كورو إلاك بغض لسؤال عند علي. I don't want to be here no more. I'm so tired of being here. This place. This is where I'm living. I'm so tired of it. It's just like I want to go back. I don't want to be here no more. I don't cut my hair. I don't shave. I don't do nothing.
Where's your Angie?
I just want to go back.
I know. I know. You want to come back? I hate it here. Ah. When you were here, you were waving your flag. And this is another thing too. Not only are they doing all these financial crimes, the fraud in America, they are doing marital fraud. It is huge out in Minnesota. They're marrying their cousins. They're marrying their own brothers and sisters, doing anything to become citizens. Ain't that a shame? That's how bad your country is. You'll marry your own brother to be a citizen here. That's what Ilhan Omar did. The investigation is out there because she comes from an area where this is the normal hustle. And they have a whole task force of agents getting at these people who are doing these marriages just to get citizenship. You know what I'm saying? And having these anchor babies. They're gonna get got. They got 1,000 of them day one.
We will now start the press conference for Operation Twin Shield. I'll turn it over to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Director Joseph Etlow.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Joseph Etlow. I'm the Director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. I'm incredibly pleased to be here today to announce the successful conclusion to Operation Twin Shield, an enforcement effort of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services with absolutely invaluable support from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the FBI, and DEA. I especially want to thank St. Paul Field Office Director Samuel Olson from ICE for being here, as well as Abel Vecino from the FBI for joining us up here today. I also want to thank Jeff Brecht and Mike Kennard from FDNS, as well as Michael Borgen from USCIS. And also want to thank Bill McGinn, our FDNS chief in Kansas City, who was on the ground during the entirety of the operation. Since September 19th, officers from our Fraud Detection and National Security Directorate, working in teams, have conducted over 1,000 site visits across.
See, we wouldn't have never got this with Kamala. Let's go.
Across the Minneapolis-St. Paul area as part of this operation. What they found should shock all of America. Focusing on a list of over 1,000 target cases involving more than 900 individuals, our officers encountered blatant marriage fraud, visa overstays, people claiming to work at businesses that can't be found, forged documents, abuse of the H-1B visa.
They gotta go. They got to go. Don't shed a tear. Nothing. Let them go home. Do your scamming in Africa, Somalia, wherever you get sent.
Visa system, abuse of the F-1 visas, and many other discrepancies. Over the course of the operation, our officers found indication of fraud, non-compliance, or public safety and national security concerns in nearly a little less than 50% of the cases interviewed. We found troubling patterns with the Uniting for Ukraine program that should have raised serious concerns under other administrations, such as an individual filing to sponsor more than 100 aliens.
Stop it! They are blatant with their lies.
An organization
we're not giving them free health care or nothing. They got to go. Starve them out.
Sponsoring hundreds. We are continuing to investigate these cases. Some of the other troubling cases that our officers found. In one case, officers identified an alien who had overstayed his visa waiver, who was the son of a known or suspected terrorist on the no-fly list. He had previously been found to have engaged in marriage fraud, which resulted in the denial of several immigration benefit requests. He was arrested and is now presently being returned to his country of origin.
Good. We need more of it.
In another, an individual admitted to obtaining a fake death certificate in Kenya for just $100 to prove he was no longer married. In reality, his wife is alive, living here in Minneapolis, and is the mother of 5 of his children.
Look at the scamming that they do. Why do we have so much compassion for these people? They're doing nothing but scamming. They're scamming on whole different levels. With marital fraud, getting fake death certificates. Stop.
And incidentally, he has another wife living in Sweden with whom he has an additional 3 children. In another case, an alien entered the United States without inspection in 2023, was released by Border Patrol. The alien married a U.S. citizen while in removal proceedings and was interviewed at the Minneapolis-St. Paul USCIS field office just last week, where both he and his American spouse stated under oath that their marriage was legitimate. The USCIS officers conducting the interview were suspicious. The site visits were authorized the same day. The American spouse ultimately that afternoon admitted the marriage was fraudulent and entered into solely for immigration purposes and withdrew her petition for that alien. This type of same-day action for interview, from interview to site visit has really never happened before. And I am incredibly...
I'm going to tell you, man, I used to have a coworker I worked with, man. He was, I want to say he was Pakistani or whatever like that. And I was young. I'm glad I didn't do this. And he came to me, was like, listen, you want to make a quick $5,000? I'm like, I mean, yeah, what's happening? What you trying to do? He was like, I have a cousin from overseas that wants to come over to America, blah, blah, blah. All you have to do is marry her. She doesn't have to live with you or nothing like that, but you just got to say she's your wife, pass the test or whatever like that. And the family will give you $5,000. Then you guys can get divorced. And I was like, and I knew a girl that did it, and she got like $10,000. So I was like, I'll give me 10. They ain't want to give me $10,000. I'm glad you didn't give me the $10,000 because I probably would have did that dumbass shit as young as I was. And I didn't do it. And he would hound me every day at work. Even when it's so far as to bring the bitch up there, bring some family up there, show me the money. And I still didn't do it. I'm glad I was thinking. I was like, man, this could go bad. And what I was really thinking about is actually being legally married to this bitch. And whatever debt or whatever crime or whatever they're looking for, it will be on me. I didn't want to mess up my credit. You know what I'm saying? I certainly didn't want to go through a crazy divorce and she take half of my shit because she legally could or whatever like that. And I don't even know this bitch's name. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do it, but this is what these immigrants do, man. You know what I'm saying? I bullshit you not. They was very aggressively trying to get me because I was young. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at it like, you know, we got the money. You know, when I tried to double the money, they didn't want to go though. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was still gonna go for the little $5,000, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, I didn't marry that bitch. Didn't marry that bitch. She looked whack. You know, she was fully clothed and everything, but she looked whack. She had a big hook nose. She was whack. You know, skinny, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know. Oh, I even thought about like, well, this is my wife, man. What if she got a fat ass? Maybe I still can smash because legally she's my wife. This wasn't even smashable. I was like, yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. So yeah, I didn't take the bait. You know what I'm saying? But they be doing that marital fraud BS, man. So salute to Trump, man, for getting the people on their ass, man, putting the people in their business.
Incredibly impressed and thankful to the diligent work of the agents who made that happen for the first time, but not for the last time. And finally, I wanted to note, in one case, an alien engaged in marriage fraud by taking advantage of an elderly U.S. citizen spouse, including threats and severe neglect. The American spouse was able to divorce the alien with the help of her family and caregivers, but the family still lives in fear of retaliation from the alien over the failed marriage fraud scam. These are not victimless crimes. Every case of fraud we uncovered damages our national security.
I'm glad I didn't get involved.
Undermines the integrity of our immigration.
Because I don't know if I'd have had them looking for me, man. Had the Pakistan come and look for me, you know? So, yeah, I'm glad I didn't mess with that, man. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, they be doing all types of fraud, man. I ain't rocking with these. I got immigrant fatigue in a real way. Let's go, man. We cooking them.
Fraud scheme uncovered in Minnesota found money intended for social services has been allegedly siphoned indirectly into the pockets of the Somali terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Somali immigrants in Minnesota have reportedly been abusing.
Are they funding? Not only are they stealing money, but they're stealing money to fund a terrorist organization. And we are supposed to allow them to stay here? No. You're on our radar. All y'all going, man. And y'all got the nerve to start up Somalian gangs in Minnesota, terrorizing and robbing people. Yeah. Goodbye.
System is meant to help the most unfortunate among us, including the latest federally funded autism services. The autism fraud scheme reportedly amassed $14 million through Medicare claims for services that were never provided, involving kids who never had autism. And the Somali.
This is what we get for bringing them over here, man. That's why I'm glad Trump is like, you know what? All y'all cut off. All that temporary shit is done. You're going home tomorrow.
Immigrants behind this web of schemes have allegedly stolen billions from taxpayers, much of the money going back to the Somali government, where it would then end up in the hands of terrorists. Manhattan Institute investigative reporter Ryan Thorpe was one of the first exposing the schemes for their ties to terrorism. With us now, Ryan, a line from your...
They're stealing from the government to fund terrorism, and it's not to terrorize any other country but the country they got the money from. They're trying to take over America from within. They have got to go. They are treasonous, terrorist traitors. That is what's happening with the immigrants. They are traitors. Wake up. This is where the money is going. What is the purpose of having people here who don't speak English? Why?
In the United States.
I'm not speaking English, only one Somali language.
What does it mean to you to be a part of Islam?
I don't know, I'm not speaking English very well.
How are you? Do any of you speak English? English? No. Can women speak to on camera? No. I kept going because I wanted to speak with some more of the elders here to see if they could share their story about coming here from Somalia and how they've seen the rise firsthand. However, none of them spoke English. How are you? Can I ask any of you guys some questions? No?
Why are they here?
Speak English?
Speak English.
English, no.
No? Do any of you speak English? After a few interviews, somebody came up to us angry because we were asking people about the rise of Islam inside this community. My name is Dick Shirley.
What are you doing?
My name is Dick Shirley. I'm a YouTuber. We're doing a video on the rise of Islam here in the United States.
The rise of Islam?
Yeah, it's the #1 converting religion.
The rise of Islam. Make it make sense for me.
Yeah.
Oh, now he want to pop off and get tough. See, yeah.
It's the #1 it's the #1 converting religion in the United States, so we're doing a top
the
subject on it.
#1 converting religion in the United States.
It's like the #1 growing religion. So
wait, isn't it after Christ?
What?
Isn't it after Christ?
This guy wouldn't show his face on camera, and this conversation kept going for a few minutes, and he demanded that we deleted the footage of the interviews that we took here on the street. I said no, and he said, you better go, and we're gonna make sure you leave. I've never been in a situation like that while I've been filming, where somebody...
This is America. This is America, and immigrants got you running, man. Shout out to FBA Empress. Hey!
He comes out of nowhere and wants to take the footage. I was watching a video prior to this video, and there is a Somali gang war going on here inside.
A Somali gang war in America? Oh, you got to get deported.
Of these apartment complexes, apparently. I think we just went upon a gang, and I didn't know that they were a gang. And right now, he said, you better leave, and we're gonna make sure you get out of here. So right now, there is somebody following from behind, making sure that we get out of this place. Not the most friendly welcome here.
How you ain't gonna be friendly and welcome in America? You don't even belong here. You know what I'm saying, man? Everywhere they go, They just start a bunch of chaos. This is why they need to be deported. We, as the FBA, Foundational Black Americans, have immigrant fatigue. Yeah, y'all got black fatigue, nigga fatigue. I got this fatigue. No, we got immigrant fatigue for all y'all. Time to go. Home you go. Since you have so much culture your ass back home. Even y'all women be coming over here acting ratchet and a fool. Shout out to the brick lady. Remember her? She running around here smacking white folks. Okay. It's the Somali twerking. She do got a fatty though. Yeah, FBA, we got tether fatigue. Tether fatigue. Get them out of here.
This is for the fact that you're a white man and I'm a black woman. I have less privilege.
You're not black. All y'all, you're not black. Shut up. Tired of y'all playing like y'all black. Y'all ain't black.
Thank you.
Oh, I feel bad.
Have I ever?
That's what you get. That's what you get. Playing games. Yeah, that's what you get. She do got ass though, but that's what you get. Just backing people and shit.
Done to anybody in my life to deserve this. I never did anything in my life.
You just smacked a bunch of innocent white folks that sitting there chilling, minding their business, wasn't even looking your way. You ass your foot bastard.
To hurt anybody.
Go smack some people in Somalia. I wonder when she get out of jail too, they gonna deport her. I'm pretty sure she's here temporarily somehow.
Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And
ain't nobody hit you, man. Get out of here, man. Immigrant fatigue and full of immigrant fatigue in full effect, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, man. Americans got too much heart and compassion for immigrants, even the illegal ones. We don't even love our own troops. We got more love for illegals. Oh, this country was built off of illegal immigration. No, it wasn't. It was built off of the backs of slaves. I am a descendant of those slaves. I am not an immigrant. I don't come from an immigrant background. My people didn't run from their country. They were snatched and forced over here. There's difference. They had to make a way. If we wouldn't have made a way, you wouldn't have made your way over here because you wouldn't want to be here. People got this thing all wrong. How dare you disrespect a foundational Black American when you come from a lineage, a culture of people who do nothing but run from everything that comes their way and come over here and complain and whine.
Immigrants or protect homeless veterans?
Illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants.
This is why I say these young folks shouldn't be voting.
Protect illegal immigrants or protect homeless veterans?
Illegal immigrants.
Why?
Because America was built off illegal immigrants and immigrants coming into this country.
No, it wasn't. You are the cause of America's failure right now. Us letting you here with your lack of knowledge and appreciation and your everlasting love from that hellhole you left. That is the downfall of America, present day. You being here.
Protect illegal immigrants or protect homeless veterans?
Illegal immigrants.
Why?
Because America was built off illegal immigrants and immigrants coming into this country. And I feel like they should have rights too, just like everybody else.
But they're illegal.
well, there's a system to get them legal. So there's still people at the end of the day who treat everybody with respect and care. They're nothing different than you.
The veterans fought for the country.
We are treating them with respect. We respect them enough to put them on a safe airplane. We respect them enough to give them $1,000 if they go ahead and volunteer themselves to leave. Don't make us have to capture you. That's respect. Feeding you while you are being detained in a detention center, that's respect. Your country, you get treated better in our detention centers and jails than you get treated in your own country walking freely. So we are overly humane to you compared to where you come from. We ask you to do one thing, come here the right way. You can't do that from day one, you don't need to be here. And for the people who have risked their lives, lost limbs, people have died in wars to protect this country, to protect this thing of ours. They didn't do that to protect an illegal immigrant.
So there's still people at the end of the day who treat everybody with respect and care. They're nothing different than you.
The veterans fought for the country, though.
Yes, but your homelessness is not something that other people should be paying for. And, you know, manage your money correctly and you won't be homeless.
This is the stupidity of those who love immigrants. You're going to tell a homeless man who is a war veteran, manage your money better than you won't be homeless. I don't know what he could have went through. You know, a lot of these guys come back with mental issues, drug problems, all types of stuff. Things happen. We owe them more than a person who snuck over here with their kids, can't speak our language, and offer us absolutely nothing of value to this country and give them everything. We gave them $5,000 in food stamps, room and board at 5-star hotels. They turned the hotels into the Carter. Then they come over here, do crime, loot, rob, sex traffic, attack people, attack the police, rape, can't even drive on the right side of the road, eat the dogs, eat the cats, fraud, defraud the government, go fund terrorist organizations. And that holds more priority than a war veteran? Yeah, we got immigration fatigue. We're done with immigrants. Getting free iPhones? Yeah, we're done with y'all. Shout out to Trump. The ride is over. The free ride is over. Send them all home. Send them packing. Listen, man, keep y'all notifications on. I'll see y'all in a few. We'll be right back, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through, everybody who sponsored, everybody who donated to this show. Much love, respect, and blessings to you. Don't be afraid to call ICE. Send them home, get them gone. I'm out, man. One. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you're following my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. You hear me?
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing it. They are the flyest, broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in.